God, I really need a haircut. What is going on with this? Look at this absolute mess. Well, it's a bit of an impromptu one. We are here. I've got my cuppa. We'll probably wait for more people to join as they get notifications. Rob Reacts is live. It's far too early in the morning, mate. Far too early to have a beer. What's it? 10:15. Ugh, cuppa is in my hand, but it's way too hot. I don't know why I'm trying to drink it now. What is Grants? I don't even know what Grants is. Welcome. It's an impromptu one today, but I will get talking a little bit more when more people are here. Hopefully, people will bother turning up. We will see. Yeah. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening. Oh no. Oh, I can't do whiskey. That will make my stomach go. Even the smell of whiskey will do me in, I think. It is 9 o'clock. Yeah, I did look. I was gonna do a live stream about 11 o'clock, and then I thought that's 10 o'clock Sydney and Melbourne time. You know, might be a bit late for them. Yeah. Oh, I've watched all of How I Met Your Mother. There is a How I Met Your Father as well. Hello, everyone. Hey, Lois. I was gonna say Lois. Charlie isn't here to correct me. Hi, Terry. Hi, Alexi. Samantha, hello. Aaron, hello. Gobby, hello. Hopefully lots more people will join. Like I said, it's very impromptu, so I'm literally relying on people getting a notification on their phone to say, Rob is live, go check him out. Getting over COVID. Oh, man. I got COVID because of coming back from Australia. Australian plane gave me COVID. Where's the animals? Lena's in bed. I don't know where probably the other two are either hunting or in bed. You know what they're like. Yeah. I have no idea. They are doing what they normally do, I would say. Not a lot, the animals. Charlie's not here. I probably have to say this again. Charlie's not here because she's gone to Laser Quest with work friends, which is nice and fun. I didn't get an invite, but, you know, used to it. There you go. I expected that. Where is Charlie? But yeah, no, she's gone to Laser Quest with, she's gone to Laser Quest with work friends. I haven't been to Laser Quest in years. You're still up? You're still waking up? Still, hey? Haha, yeah. I've literally just got out of bed. I'm not a morning person. At the moment, Sundays are quite good because I don't referee Sundays anymore. And also, Sundays are quite good because... Why are they quite good? I'm trying to think. I can basically have a lion. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where it's going, but I can basically have a lion. Have I watched Peripheral on Prime? I have not. No, I have not. I haven't watched a lot of TV. I've just got one more episode of Lord of the Rings to watch, or Power of the Ring, whatever it's called. What else? Yeah, no, I've got the last episode of The Walking Dead, which comes out tonight. Can't wait. Finished work. I don't really work nights, Genwell. No, sorry, mate. I don't really work nights, so I've got no experience. Don't think I'd like working nights, but I do like my mornings in bed. So, you know. I hope you're all getting your cups of tea. People are slowly joining us. Oh, man. Am I ready for the World Cup? It's weird, isn't it? It's weird, and I know it's... Oh, there's Pixie, actually, if anyone asked. It's weird because I will still watch when I can. Like, I know England are playing on tomorrow at 1 o'clock my time, and that's literally slap bang between my two jobs. So I walk dogs in the morning, get back, watch football, and then go straight and coach football. So that's quite good timing, sort of. That is the thing with World Cups, especially now it's in the winter, is I work and lots of people work and people are at school. So I don't know what the viewing figures would be like. Hello, Pix. Yeah. So yeah. So basically, you're watching. You are watching. This is look. Hi, Doctor Cap. Hi. Obviously, I did my video that went up today. The and it was a little. No, it was I don't think it was controversial. I don't think my video today is controversial. I don't think that's the right word. Or that my comments weren't controversial. I don't think that's right. Because what I'm saying is right. I know what I'm saying is right. Maybe it didn't come across right, and I've had to explain it. Basically, about I used the because it mentioned it in the video about when gay marriage was allowed. That was a sort of a soft argument on that. Actually, how long ago in Western world were homosexuals persecuted in our countries? It's not that long ago in the grand scheme of things. But I'm still saying how disgusting it is because, like I said, we're all the same. Who cares who people like to sleep with? Anyway, England's got super captain Harry Slabhead. He's a menace in defence. Yeah. Hello, Freddie. Hi, Aaron. Hi, who else? Alan. Hello, guys. Hi, Ben. Oh my God, that's another thing that's in the news this week. There's quite a lot going on this week. There's quite a lot going on, which we will get to. More people are joining. We will get to what's happened for me this week, what's happened for Charlie. We'll talk about some news. And as long as you've got your cup of tea, cup of hot chocolate, cup of coffee, whatever you want. It might have to be a decaf for most of you. Is it still wet weather? Is it not summer yet where you guys are? Or a beer, but it is Sunday night, Terry. You know, school night. There you go. And that was only 40 years ago. That's not a long time. Good. I thought the weather was getting better. Everyone, like, I'm sure people in Sydney keep saying, oh, it's 30 degrees in Sydney at the moment. Oh, it's 30 degrees in Perth. Some, like, all right, I get the idea. Whereas here, Wednesday was absolutely hammering it down. I had to cancel my football classes because it was so bad. It was so bad. But then Thursday and Friday was glorious sun all day, but it was cold, but glorious sun. So Melbourne is basically still crap. Lucky you. I've had a Milo Kit Kat, Dr. Cap. I didn't think they were that great. I don't think there was enough Milo. But I did have one. I brought one back and I had them over in Australia. Hi, Goanna. Hello, mate. Exactly. Oh, it's the hot debate. Hot debate, isn't that right? Actually, it's not a debate. I don't know why I'm saying debate. It's an interesting discussion. There you go. I think the World Cup being in Qatar has massively highlighted a lot of issues, hasn't it? And there's no problem with discussing it. And it's tricky because there's so many different options and it's different. It's a different World Cup and yeah. The problem is, I will admit, I'll be a hypocrite. I don't think so, Aaron. I don't think so. Link it in my Discord if you can. This World Cup is, as I said, it's different. It's highlighted a lot of problems. We've obviously got the corruption. Did you hear that apparently Qatarians had bribed Ecuadorian players to lose the game? So today's game, it's like 4 o'clock our time, so it'll be ridiculously early in the morning for you guys. But that's going to be interesting to see what happens. Are Ecuador going to lose like 2-0 to Qatar? Ecuador should not lose to Qatar. We'll see what money does, right? That'd be so funny. Hi, Amy. Nice to have you here. I tell you who should have the World Cup is England. Yeah? I think we can all agree England should have the World Cup because it means we might stand a chance of winning it in our own country. That is basically what should happen. Awesome to have everyone here. Right. I'm going to get started with talking about myself and Charlie's week because that's what I often do, and then we can talk about whatever the discussion takes us in the chat. So, that is so funny. That is so funny. So the Qatarians were going to allow alcohol in the stadiums, and then they said no, we're not going to allow alcohol. But the main sponsor is Budweiser, and they did a tweet saying, "Oh, well, this is awkward." So funny, right? Oh, right now I've got to read Terry because he just said, "Here's a laugh." Here's a laugh was out at the shops, and a bunch of cars going nuts in the local shopping centre. Lol. Tonga were playing a friendly rugby game. Okay, you'll have to come back with me with better grammar because that's difficult to understand. Whoa! Northern Coins. Hopefully, the World Cup final will have a lot of Man City and Liverpool players because I think the next day they've got the League Cup. Anyway, I did. This was I think the last full day that we had. No, I think this was the second day before we left. I got this from Melbourne Victoria Market. There was an AFL shop and I found it. And this was like the only one they had. Amazing, right? Okay, right. Let's go. Right, let's talk about my week, what's gone on, and then we'll get to everyone else. So, let's think about last weekend. So, last weekend, last Friday, not this Friday, just gone with the previous Friday, me and Charlie had a bowls match, and we got absolutely hammered. Absolutely hammered. We then had a game to play on the Sunday. Now, this is a little bit, I was very salty for this game. So the game was meant to be played at my place at Riverside in Winchester. And the opposition was a young girl, a 23-year-old, I think, something like that, called Rebecca. And the guy was Tom. And it was meant to be played at ours. And they play at Poole, which is about an hour away, which is a bit of a mission. You know what us English are like. And so the rules, I thought the rules were you had to challenge, give dates to the opposition 2 weeks before the end of the round finishes. Turns out it's 5 days after the previous round. So I get a text, just waiting for another competition dates to be confirmed. I was ready to send out some dates. But I got a text saying, "Oh, here are 2 dates for you. Can you accept one of them?" I said, "What do you mean? There's still like 3 weeks. Still like 3 weeks before the end of the round." Anyway, she says, "Well, you didn't offer me dates and she was now the challenger." Was not happy because if it was me, you just say, "Oh, have you got any dates for me?" No. So anyway, we went and played down there on Sunday late afternoon. And bear in mind, me and Charlie are not county players indoors. Indoors is a different game. We're not as good. There were 2 county players. One had played for England. One had got called up for England a few days after we played them. And we beat them 17-16. And I was like, yes, come on. Rub that in their faces. Because she was really kind of, poor etiquette in my opinion. And so it was great that we were able to beat them because they technically on paper were better players, county players called up for England, and we've beaten them. It was incredible. So that was good. That made it worth the trip. So that was Sunday. Most of the week has been a normal working week. Charlie does not carry me. How dare you? How dare you? I am the quality. No, she did play quite well. Then we had some good news. Now, if you don't know, we have bought an electric car, and it was scheduled to come to us by May next year. Yes, I made my cup of tea. There it is. So we ordered an electric car that was scheduled to come by May next year, and it's a Cupra Born. Really? No. I test drove a Tesla, and I cannot justify spending £50,000 plus on a car that is got nothing really in it. It's fast. Teslas are fast and exciting, but I want it to look like it's cost £50,000. I want it to look like I've spent the money. So we've ordered the Cupra Born, which is like a sporty VW ID3, but it's sister company Cupra. No, I'm not getting it. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. So I didn't want to buy the Tesla. We're going for the Cupra Born, it's about 38,000, which is still a lot of money. We're doing it with PCP finance, so we're basically paying £500 a month for 4 years, and then I think we got about £16,000 to pay afterwards. This is nothing to do with Tesla. This is nothing with YouTube money. This is Charlie's. This is going to be Charlie's car. This is Charlie's car. It's her money. She's paying for it. It's £500 a month. But so this isn't the good news. That's not technically the news. I'm just telling you. But don't think of it as we're paying £500 a month. Think of it as we're paying about £300 a month. Charlie doesn't have to pay for petrol, and then the electric. It's at the moment with our energy company. They do 6 hours overnight, and it's like 10p a kilowatt. So it would cost. It costs about a few quid to charge up the car, compared to like 60 quid that Charlie would normally be paying. So yeah, what she's really paying is about £300 a month. But that's not the point. But she works hard. She's a manager, and she wanted a car that suited her position as manager. She didn't want to be turning up to work in a crappy Ford Fiesta. So yeah, that's what she's gone with. Really fun car. Anyway, that's not the good news. That's not the good news. The good news for us is it was scheduled to be with us in May. And and it was, and we hadn't heard anything. It hadn't even started being built. Charlie got a call earlier on in the week saying basically someone else who had ordered the same color, the same model, the same specs has pulled out of buying it, and we got first dibs. We got first dibs on the new car. So it's almost finished being built over in Spain, and it should be with us in December. And we're so excited. Oh, we're so excited. Hi Marty. But this, honestly, electric is amazing. I've got solar panels. Yeah, we've got solar panels. It's sort of that mindset of let's sort of do what's right whilst having fun. Charlie originally, because we said, look, Charlie said she wants to get rid of her car. She's almost finished off paying for it. Literally, in a couple of weeks, she finished off paying for her car. And she said, look, I want something, before we have kids, I want something that is a bit more fun, a bit more sporty. And the options were get something like a £10,000 car, a second-hand, Audi TT or something along those lines that's sporty, fun. Or we had the idea, because, we got the solar panels, we want to be sort of energy efficient, all that. Why don't we go electric? And I test drove a Tesla, and they're fun, they're exciting, but no way are they worth the money that they cost. It's like inside getting into the most basic thing. It's one screen and that's it. Whereas the Cupra Born, feel free to Google it, looks fun, it looks exciting, it's fast. 6.6 seconds, 0 to 60 miles an hour. Quite fast. Good fun. So we went for that option, and we should have it by December, hopefully. And yeah, by 2030 in the UK, you will not be able to buy a brand new combustion engine car. Miles per hour is the way to go, Dr. Cap. Miles per hour is the way to go. What is that? About 100, 90 to 100 kilometers an hour, something like that. Hi, Matthew. I'm good. Charlie's at Laser Quest with work friends. So that's where we are. I'm very excited because I don't enjoy driving. Bearing in mind, for the last, say, 10 years, I've driven a van, which is boring and... Oh, no, Kylie, don't do hybrid. Go all in, man. Go all in, Kylie. Don't go hybrid. Go all in, okay? Go all in. Hi, Armageddon Fire. Gotta go all in. Yeah, so I don't enjoy driving, and it's funny because technically, yeah, it'd be a good Christmas present that she has to pay for herself. Okay, I'll let you off, Kylie. I'll let you off. Yeah, I don't enjoy driving. I drive a van. I have a VW Caddy, which is not that quick, and I had a Fiat Doblo before that, which was not that quick. Charlie often gets me to drive her car when we go somewhere. She doesn't really like driving either. So, yeah, it'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to it and actually enjoying driving for once. Being able to speed away quickly within the legal limits, of course. Oh, Jesus, that's quite a lot. That's fine, Terry. That's fine. Even though, you can get cars now. They're coming. They're coming with really good miles. What's 800 KS? Okay, Google. What's 800 kilometers in miles? 490 miles. Okay. Yeah, you probably won't get many cars like that at the moment, but they're coming. Solid state batteries and all that, they're coming. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And that was a really nice surprise. Really nice surprise. And the funny thing is, we were both watching a YouTube video the night before she got the phone call. Sorry, good. Google's the way to go. There you go. Everyone knows now with Google system how many miles in that amount of kilometers. That's wrong. Amy, you're wrong. So James, who I stayed with in Adelaide and I talked to most days, I'm trying to persuade him to get an electric lease car. Unfortunately, there's no lease electric cars available for a few months. And okay, yeah. So I'm trying to hear me out. So he can't get one. He's had to get because he hasn't got. Yeah, can't afford to wait that long. But when you look at a map, so most people will charge their electric car at home. That's where we will, 99% of the time, we will charge our electric car at home. Now, I appreciate we don't necessarily do the miles. Charlie drives to work and back, and that's about 40 miles. We may travel a little bit further and do a couple of 100 miles, but that's rare. But most people will charge at home on a slower charge overnight. Now, the infrastructure in Australia, granted, it's less in the rural areas, but there are some. But if you're in the city areas, there is still a decent amount, and it's coming. It needs people to, around the towns. There is. If you actually look, so I live in a terrace house, and I'm going to get a wall. I'm going to get a electric home charger put on the wall out front, and it was just a cable that goes out. I don't have off-street parking. It can go across the pavement, but I need a cover to go over it. But yeah, no. If you look, if you look, there is still charging points, especially in the cities. So yeah, it's not as bad as people think. It's not as bad as people think. So yeah. Oh, that would be awesome to be able to charge at 240 volts. I think, oh, watts. I think the most we can charge at is about 7 watts an hour. So my car will be 58 kilowatts. So whatever that maths will be. No, I don't have a garage. Mate, I'm not that rich. I literally live in a terrace house. So no. But I can put a charger on the wall out front and just get the cable to go. Because I don't have permits or anything like that. So it's quite good. I don't disagree, Amy. Yeah. I don't disagree. Until the chargers get even better, they're still pretty good. You know, ours says about 240. You can get some that the bigger model does about 340. You get cars that do even more than that, miles that is. So, you know, what's a terrace house? A terrace house is like what's a terrace? I'm trying to explain now. It's basically a house with houses on the side. So there's no, you got semi-detached, you've got detached. So it's basically a row of houses all together, if that makes sense. Is that what you call it, a unit? It's on street. Yeah, so it's on street. I've literally got a little front garden, which is a few meters long, and then, yeah. Hi, Troy. But that's that. So we got an electric car coming. That's exciting. Yeah, surely it's a terrace house. Anyway, yeah, a row of houses joined together. Yeah, we soon want to move. I want a 3/4 bed semi-detached house with a garage and a driveway. That is my current goal for my next house. But I need you guys to watch more of my videos to pay for it, please. Okay, or Charlie to earn more money. There you go. Now you know. Now you know, Perry. Hi, Perry. So yeah, that's a bit of exciting news. Um, hmm. Yeah, you've got more space than us, but we don't have the space. So it's a lot easier to have, you know, terrace houses. But that it needs to be make it cost effective, more people to consider it. So this is the thing. No, if we want the size house that we want, a 3-bed semi-detached, possibly with a garage. Our house is currently worth about £280,000. We would probably you need at least another 100,000, I reckon. I'd say between 350 and 400,000 is what we need for the basic 3-bed semi-detached, nice size house. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you move up north, Northern Coin, you get everything for about 100 grand. Watching Homes Under the Hammer, mate. When you watch Homes Under the Hammer and you see the prices of the houses up there, it's like move up there. But the problem is you don't earn as much, do you? I don't think. So mm. I am the room that I currently do my YouTube videos in is technically used to be the dining room. So there is the living room, and you see that on some of my videos when we do unboxing. Here is the middle room. There is the kitchen. There's the kitchen, and it's got a lean-to which we use as a dining room with a small table. So it's not a huge house. My ideal thing is, you know, have an actual room as an office that you know you don't end up seeing the back garden and things like that. That's would be ideal, but you know we have to be realistic, and I'm self-employed. Banks don't like self-employed people, so got to do what we got to do. What was I saying? I don't know. I was about to say something and I can't remember what now. I can't even remember what I was going to say. Forgotten. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say, look, back to the car for 2 seconds. I think Amy said it. I'm scrolling up. So Amy says, but that it needs to make it cost effective for more people to consider it. Happy that you can do it. Happy that you can do it, and Charlie is really happy. So I would stress. I work. We work bloody hard. Okay, we work really, really hard. Charlie has worked her way up in Boots, the where she works, since she was 16. She's now 28, and she's worked her ass off and done an amazing job. Every store she's gone to, she has made that store basically the best in the area. She's worked so hard. So proud of her. Myself, I pretty much work 7 days a week, with the dog walking, cat sitting, football coach, now YouTube, referee as well. You know, it's insane how much we do. So we've earned the money, because working hard most of the time gets you, more money. But and so I know cars are expensive. This £38,000 for a car is mental. It's mental. So there's a few ways we've sort of justified it. So the first thing justifying a £38,000 car is that we're doing it on PCP finance. Most people buy brand new cars nowadays on finance. One, if you ever get the old bailiffs around, they can't take it. Yeah, so the thing about that is it's with PCP finance, it's over, for example, 4 years you pay off, and then you're only paying off the value that it's meant to depreciate. And then you've got, I think we'll have a £16,000 payment afterwards if we want to keep the car. So by doing that, it keeps the monthly down. The £500 a month that we're actually going to pay for the car, it's not really £500 a month because the £500 a month, we're not paying fuel. And Charlie spends over £200 a month on fuel. So take that off, and that makes it say £300 a month you're paying. You're not paying. We're not having to pay MOT for the first 3 years. You're not having to pay tax, and well, you will soon in 2024. They've just introduced it. Yes, They've just introduced paying tax on EVs coming in 2024, I think. But it's 165 quid. But the point is, it's still, services, MOTs and all that. You're not having to do tyre changes. It's a lot more efficient. It's a lot more efficient for tyres. They're not wearing out as much because you're not having to brake because it's got regenerative braking. This may be going over people's heads. I don't know. But I'm really excited for it. So really, it's £300 a month, but even a little bit less than that because of other bits and bobs. So yeah, quite excited. I tell you what, the bigger problem is. I love technology, and I love electric cars because it's basically technology. The one thing they have brought out, which is annoying, and actually it's not annoying for us because a car over £40,000 now will have to pay luxury car tax. The electric cars, luckily ours is £38,000, so it's like we just miss out on that, thank God. But it's exciting. It's really, really fun and exciting. Troy, my brother finished paying off a Ford Ranger that was $50,000 at 28. See, £28,000 is actually quite cheap. That's about the price of some of the cheaper electric cars that are coming out now. So not that bad. Yeah, not that bad. The second-hand car scene is, I don't think it's booming. It's booming, I suppose, but that's not good for people because it's costing a lot of money to buy a second-hand car. Yeah. It isn't, but cars now will be a luxury instead of a standard item we need. Possibly, but it's as more people are buying electric cars, the prices will go down. Yeah, it has. Does my car have Android Pay? Screw Apple Pay, mate. Does it have Android Pay? Do you mean Android? The not Android Pay, but the where it connects Android to the yeah, it does. You guys need to pay inheritance tax, don't you? We do. Um, Scott, not yet. We will, but not yet. Well, we might do. I don't know. Oh. Someone's just dropped around some keys. In Australia, in Australia, our biggest problem is our energy supply. It's still mostly fossil fuels, so it is worse to burn fuel in combustion engines or the energy required to recharge. With all look, the argument about EVs are still, where do you get the electricity from? You still need to burn. That's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense because, and I've done a video on it. Robert Llewellyn did a video on it from an open source project. It's nonsense. Yes, electric EVs at the moment you still need to burn fuels because we don't have the solar and the wind and all that to create enough energy to run. However, it's still a hell of a lot less than having a combustion engine. A hell of a lot less. The argument of people saying, "Oh, yeah, but you still need to burn fuel to run an electric car." Yes, I understand you still do, but nowhere near as much. And then hopefully, when these companies stop burning the fuel in the first place and actually invest in the solar, the wind, the tidal, the nuclear. If they can find ways, actually, nuclear fusion or whatever it is, they're getting breakthroughs in, aren't they? That will be a huge one if they can keep that being safe. That'll be great. Robert Llewellyn, fully charged. Watch it all the time. It's brilliant. And some of the people that is on his channel that do the episodes are brilliant. Crichton, yeah. Exactly. Pets are enough for now, Scott. And I'll tell you what, so yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Nuclear has come a hell of a long way since Chernobyl. The only problem is the waste products is a tricky situation. But we'll see. I agree, Len. Yeah, as I said, that is the tricky thing. And that's the amazing thing. Technology is so incredible. When there is a need, there is an answer. People come up with answers so quickly. And the funny thing is, listen, right, this is the amazing thing. It's going to be Charlie's, but our electric car will take the piss out of most other petrol cars because it's not so the 0 to 60 is like 6.6 seconds, right? Most cars won't do that, but even the sportier cars, it's all about the 0 to 30 really, because that's everyday driving, 0 to 30. And because electric cars only have one gear and it's instant power, whereas you have to go through the gear anyway, we need a Mr. Fusion to run our DeLoreans. Yeah. Just shove all the waste on the moon or whatever. Dump it on Mars. No one's living there. Let's be honest. But yeah, that's where we are. I'm trying to think. This electric car conversation lasted longer than I thought it would. Solving all the world's problems through a cup of tea. What am I saying? What are we talking about next? What else have we done? Trying to think what else is going on. I can't even think. I didn't get a battery. I didn't get a battery when I got my solar because the cost was like the same amount as the solar panels in. Well, no, it was about $2,500. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's far too early to have alcohol. I can't be dealing with alcohol at the moment. Bloody Astro, honestly, he's a menace. He is an absolute menace, that boy. Honestly, the naughtiest cat you've ever met. World Cup. I think we sort of talked about the World Cup. It's dodgy, but hopefully England will win it. So I'm just seeing what he's up to. Yeah, you did. So I actually watched the game, and it was pretty boring actually in the end, because there's only one team that's winning the Rugby League World Cup. The real competition that was actually more important than the Rugby League World Cup was actually the wheelchair Rugby League World Cup, which the English won. So that was the important one. Remember, no one was really interested in the actual normal one. All about the wheelchair Rugby League. So England won that. So we win. Basically, sorry, that's where it's at, guys. That's where it's at. Oh man, yeah. Sadly, the rugby league final was pretty boring. It's pretty boring because I said there's only one team that stands a hope in hell of winning it, and that's Australia. Depressing, really depressing. But yeah, at least the Aussies aren't going to win the Football World Cup. Here he is, astronaut. Hello, boy. You little fluffy devil. Hello. Look at him. He's just, look, he's an absolute menace. Absolute menace. Oh. Morning, Ken. Hello, mate. And to be fair, we won the T20 World Cup. I don't even like cricket. That is one thing I do want to try and get into. Look, I know my audience is Australians, okay? That is my main audience. No offense, Kieran. Oh, his nose hurts. Made me sneezy. Yeah, I know my audience is mainly Australian. I get that. So I'm really going to try and watch some of is it the Big Bash? I will try and I will force myself to enjoy it, okay? And we can have some great conversation. We can enjoy it. Yeah. England. Yeah, England against the Kiwis. I did watch it on my phone in the end while I was on my computer while I was doing other bits. A good comeback, even though I thought it was going to be embarrassing to start off with. Yeah, I will try and watch the Big Bash. I will try and watch some of it, and I will force myself to enjoy it. Okay. Oh, come on, Len! Don't be like that. Yeah. Honestly, look, I've got to start somewhere. Okay, I've got to start somewhere. I'm not allergic to cats. It's just got long hair and it just went out my nose. Look, I've got to start somewhere. I cannot be watching cricket when it is takes 5 days to play. I cannot do that because one, that is bloody boring. Look, if it can take about the same time as an AFL match, that's fine for me. Okay. Oh, golf is really boring unless you're playing it. So yeah, I will try. You guys have got to join me. You've got to join me. But I'm trying to think what else I've done this week. What else have I done this week other than work? Played bowls. Played too much bowls, really. How do I play so much bowls? It's ridiculous. Yeah, it is. It is, Scott. Football is basically Europe versus South America. I completely agree. What have I done? Rob, you brought the bad weather here and you forgot to take it with you. Trust me, we've had bad weather as well. I think I brought it back, Barry. It's been piss awful weather. Dodge Cap, do you know all the rules for cricket? Look, we played cricket in school, sort of. And I saw basically a bowler bowls it, you hit it. If it goes across the boundary, it's a 4. If it goes across the boundary without touching the floor, it's a 6. If you catch the ball before it bounces and the player's out, you've got to try and get the ball to hit the stumps before the player gets back in his crease. I think, would you call it a crease? I do roughly know. I don't really understand. No, I do understand the scoring, but the whole overs, the scoring is a bit confusing, as in with all the overs and stuff. But I understand that the score line works, I don't know, like 100 to 3. So basically the last number is how many people have been caught out, and the first number. I do roughly get it. Bear in mind, I am English, and so I do roughly get it. I'm not like an American who has no idea at all. So, you know. Yeah. Yeah, well, I will give it a go, Kevin. I will give it a go. I think the first game is like the 6th. Is it like the 16th of December or something? Yeah. My main thing with cricket is I said the scoring, the whole thing with the overs and stuff, how many overs you have in a game and whatnot. I don't really know that. But it's the whole LBW, leg before wicket. So someone can be out if it's an LBW, but is that if it hits the front leg or the back leg? I don't understand. And then I watched the video, the you only had one job video the other day, and the referee's going like this. What does that symbol mean? Why would anyone do that as a symbol? Either leg. Oh, okay. Any leg. Ooh. How do you compare cricket to baseball? You hit a ball with a bat. That's the only thing, I think. Anyway, yeah, that was the only confusion. I roughly get it. You know, I'm English, so I do roughly get it. It's just a few laws that, you know, but that's the same with any sport, right? Yeah, I get the T20 is 20 overs. There's 6 bowls in an over, right? So each team gets 120 bowls. Okay, I get that. All right, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, got ya. So anyway, the men's T20 Big Bash starts, I think, the 16th of December, which is midweek. So I might try and watch the game that's on the Sunday if possible. We'll see. I think a lot of these sports, a lot of these slower sports, and same with bowls. If I wasn't a bowls fan and if I didn't play bowls, I wouldn't watch bowls because it's really boring to watch. But I think if you actually play the sport, it's fun because you understand it. And that's why I sometimes enjoy watching bowls. Sometimes, not all the time. Hi, Janet. Hi, Ryan. So, yeah, I will force myself. So when am I going to start watching esports? I do because I play Dota and the international's been on. I do occasionally watch Dota being played, but that's about it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, curling. No. Curling is the one sport, right? Curling is the one sport that very few people play, but can watch happily. Curling is weird. See you later, Len. Curling is a weird one, isn't it? Yeah, curling is a weird one because you can watch that and you can easily watch that because it's so clearly obvious what's going on. You basically get as many in as close to that middle circle as you can, whatever. It's so simple, but it's quite fun because it's on ice. You know, only comes around every so often, and it's the one thing that's happily anyone can watch. So, crystal clear central. I had an American ask me what lawn bowls was the other day. The only explanation I could think of was it's like curling, but on grass instead of ice, sort of. How did I go? How did I? Yeah, sort of. You have to explain that there's a bias on the woods, and you bend them round, and it's basically who can get the most closest to the white jack, isn't it? Really. However, this is frustrating. It's lawn bowls, and so many like in Australia, there are getting less and less grass greens. And I want to play on grass. When I play outdoors, I want to play on grass, not on carpet. I hate carpet. We obviously indoors at the moment. In the winter, we play indoors, which is on carpet. It's a bit depressing. Um, yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. To say, yeah, basically the concept is the same, isn't it? The concept is the same. Yeah. Bowls, ice, bowls and curling. Yeah. Get it close. Get it close, as many close as possible. You do not have to be old to play bowls, you asshole. Carpet's a lot quicker, so you have to bowl it slower. You have to bowl it more gently, so it takes longer to get there. So carpet is longer to play. The only women's sport I watch is beach volleyball. But why wouldn't you? Mate, Aaron, I don't blame you, mate. Beach volleyball's a great sport, isn't it? Especially that is probably the sport, that and netball as well, that you could watch. You could just watch, couldn't you? You could just watch. Yeah. Or I could watch. Anyway. Considering the video I did that came out today, I shouldn't be generalising that everyone can watch, because not everyone's interested in watching half naked ladies. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, no. Yeah, I don't know. Blimey Charlie. Yeah. My God. My God. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on with me? Women's high jump. That's another one, Ben. That is another fantastically skilled sport. That's what we're talking about. Not talking about anything other than the skill that these women have to have. The skill and the technique that these incredible women have to have in these sports. Brilliant. The road is young. Yeah, plenty of young people. Most world champions in bowls are young-ish people. When I say youngish, not like ridiculously young, obviously, but you know, gotta love bingo. I love bingo. I love bingo. I used to go quite a lot. I remember in the social club that we used to go to, the working men's club it was, and I used to hate going, but my mum did buy us a ticket to play bingo, so that was always quite fun. The power. No, I find it's the power of their glutamus maximus. That is the you've got to look just in awe of their glutamus maximus, and the power that it achieves. You know, that is where the power comes from. To get over that high bar, it's mesmerizing sometimes, isn't it? It is mesmerizing. Oh man. Yeah. I don't like pole vault. I don't know how they do it. Anyway, that's bowls. I don't even know what else I've been doing. So it's up to you guys now. We're 53 minutes in, and you are gonna take the conversation where you want to take it. It is now down to you. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask any questions. Try and think of some original questions as well. That'd be great. It's down to you. All right. So get asking. Oh, also, if you haven't already, I'm quite disappointed this week. I'm quite disappointed because now on our vlog channel, I'm disappointed. I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit sad because we come back from Australia and the views did really well. I'm really happy. And our first non-Australian video, the views go back to before they were in Australia. It's really depressing. And we really enjoyed the video we did at Avebury Stone Circle, the biggest stone circle in the world. And our views are... No one's clicked on them. Only 2.6% of people that saw my video clicked on our video. It's really sad. So, if you haven't already, go subscribe to the vlog channel. And, yeah, go subscribe to the vlog channel and make sure you watch it. It was actually, we really enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed the video. I love the music that we put with it. Yeah. If you subscribe, help us out. Help us out. Enjoy. Watch the video. Sit down with your friends and family and watch it together. Yeah, that's quite sad actually. It was interesting. Anyway, yeah. That nudist boat video that I did, right? There was no nudity at all on that. The Sydney video. See you later, Alan. See you later, mate. The video on the naked Sydney cruise, that it got pretty much, yeah, it's on Charlie and Rob YouTube channel, yeah. Yeah, that Sydney video, it got, what did it get? What's the actual word for it? Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? It got limited monetization. And I even asked for a manual review. There's no nudity in it. I thought, what the hell? Oh, I was frustrated. Don't know why. Yeah, gutted. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the vlog channel. That's the big thing. The vlog channel is basically where we are going, exploring and enjoying and ridiculous. Anyway, I know, bastards at YouTube. Absolute bastards. Horrible people. But yeah. Any other questions? What we got? Come on. That is the problem though, quite often with nudist stuff, isn't it? It's not often young people that do it. Which is fine. It's fine. It's because you're not necessarily there to look at each other, are you? And I think that's a very I think that point the view that I have is very much a naive view, because I'm thinking about what people look like. Hi, 10 Buffster. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us, 10 Buffster. This is the best. This channel and my other channel, the best channel on YouTube, just so you know. Hi, Rugby Ireland News. Ireland are doing well in the rugby at the moment, aren't they? Hi, Steel Fabric. It's going well. It's a good week. It is a good week. Not long till Christmas. That's depressing. Sorry to bring the tone down. Hang on. Right, music. Sorry, guy. I completely missed that one. What music? I listen to a hell of a lot of different music. I like punk pop and indie rock. That would be my go-to. Sum 41 is my favourite band. That's my sort of music. Do I play video games? I do. The main game I play, I'm PC. Don't play on console. I play PC because I've got the power. Why would I play on a console? My main game I play is Dota. I'm rubbish at first-person shooter games. I'm just useless. Do you still get paid if ad blockers are used? I don't know, Ryan. I don't know, mate. I really don't know. So percentage-wise, money-wise, if we want to talk about that, I don't mind. And I'll go into something else because this usually comes up. People complaining about, oh, it's expensive traveling to Australia, even though I know how much money that person's making, and it's a hell of a lot more than me. And I managed to get to Australia on the money that I made from YouTube. Anyway, technically, I would make more money from viewers who are paid YouTube premium people, but there aren't as many of them. But yeah, I don't know about the ad blocker thing. I really don't know. I don't know. I'd assume I wouldn't get paid. So if you're using ad blocker, then screw you. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, Chris. I think popular and punk, maybe not. I don't know. I like Trek. We do watch Huru. We do watch Trek Trendy because that was we started watching. Um, yes, Cap. Yes. Oh, I understand it's expensive. Let's start a GoFundMe. Oh, screw you. Honestly. Yeah. We do get a bigger cut if it's from premium, but there's less people that have premium. I have premium because I watch YouTube videos and I don't want adverts. Plus, I watch YouTube videos while um. I know. Do you know what? The one thing, Kate? He could have at least mentioned my name in his video, couldn't he? His video of him crying like a little baby. He could have at least mentioned my name and give me a little bit of promotion, couldn't he? Unbelievable. Is YouTube Premium worth it? If you don't like watching adverts, yes. I don't like watching adverts because they're a pain in the backside. Charlie's got her YouTube, and she doesn't pay for YouTube Premium. And if ever I see her watching, or I'm like, oh, you stick something on YouTube, when we get into bed, we quite often watch YouTube. And I say, oh, you put something on. And if she has it on her channel, oh my God, the adverts are so annoying. Plus you get the YouTube music, but I don't use that because I use Spotify. That's so true, Crystal. That's so true. That's a brilliant idea. What else? They have the YouTube, their own videos, which you can watch. I don't really do that. So really, the only reason I have YouTube Premium is for the no adverts. And so it depends if that's valuable for you. But some people may use some people may use the YouTube music. They may, I don't know what else they have really, but yeah. I'm sure some other people ask me, are you looking to watch the next David Tennant? I always watch Doctor Who, so yeah. Even though it's not really a David Tennant series, he's there for like 3 episodes. Yeah. Someone asked about 10-pin bowling. I am not very good at 10-pin bowling. I think the most I've probably got is about 150. I'm not that good. Oh, yeah, sorry. Huru said about Trek Trendy, one of the YouTube channels he watches, Trek Trendy. Before we came to Australia in September, I did start watching Trek Trendy and looking at all, because I was first long haul flight we had and whatnot. And so I was learning about long haul flights, and he does all these business class, which really makes me want to go business class. And so I watched a lot, and obviously he did the videos on the Indian Pacific, and he did the Ghan as well, which has given me sort of ideas. Maybe I wanted to go on that when I came to Australia again next year. Don't think we will, just because of time, and we need to get places quicker, which is why I think we've got to fly, just so we can actually see more. But Trek Trendy, I do quite enjoy him. I don't really like the Timberlands he wears, because I don't like Timberlands. Yeah. Have you watched the new Crown? No, I don't really watch The Crown. That's not really something we've watched. Skull and Crossbones. How long did it take you to get to 1,000 subscribers? It took me about a month and a half. It was really quick to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. However, it's taken me forever. Since I got to about 10k, just over, or maybe about 12k, I haven't gained many subscribers since. I'm really slow progress, considering other channels have gained subscribers a lot quicker for in my opinion, less quality. It's quite disappointing. It is quite disappointing, but I plug on and I keep doing it because I enjoy learning about things. That's why I did videos on like the thylacine. Why I did your videos on the characters on the dollar notes, because I enjoy learning. If people want to watch, amazing. I think it's interesting because yes, we do. I do YouTube because I enjoy it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. It's become not just a job. But I will always be thinking now of money, because it's paying for my bills. It's a job. So I'm always trying to find ways to make more money. And it is really depressing when you do videos and no one watches it. And I think Alan from Eclectic Beard, I was talking to him the other day, and he did a reaction video that was more editing and took longer to do and everything. And it always seems to be the videos that you try the hardest on that get the least views. Like talking about our vlog, we got a false high from doing the Australian vlogs. We got a really false high when, so for example, for a whole year more or less, we were making vlogs. We went places and we're learning things, and our vlog channel, videos were getting 300, 400, 500 views. And then we went to Australia, and our views went bosh up to the sky, and it was amazing. Still not hundreds of thousands, but it was a decent amount of views. So for example, the first video was the long haul flight, went to 28,000. Melbourne Cricket Ground, 37,000. The first ever AFL match, 58,000, which in the grand scheme of things is still small. AFL Grand Final, 43,000, and it's just gone downhill slightly since. And then, we come back home and the Avebury Stone Circles, which I think was a really good video. I would watch it. It was interesting. It's on 442 views. And it's hard work doing this. We traveled to get there, and, but my point is, we've got to think, I know. Yeah. Yeah. And Ryan, I agree, but it's when others have grown and I haven't, and I really don't know why, because I'm honest. I say as it is, and I hope people like that. So yeah. I'm not right wing. I'm sort of centre left. So yeah. I would love to. Well, we're going to come back next year, but I just want people to watch the videos that aren't just. I want people to watch the videos that aren't just from Australia. I know that most of you guys here are from Australia, and I get that, and I love that, because it's allowed us to do what we did. But I want to grow and not just be Australia. I mean, on the vlog channel, I'm happy to keep Australian content as well as rugby and others. But yeah, Chris, I know that, but that's what I do. That's what I do. I will, and I don't think it's controversial comments. That I'm not. My comments, for example, on today's video that went out, I don't think is controversial, because people understand it. What I actually tried to do was be less controversial, because my points were, my points were actually, I was trying to be less, no, I was actually trying to be more neutral. But I don't think my comments were controversial in that video, because it's what I'm saying is true. What I was saying, for example, is that, look, when I said about marriage, the laws in marriage, it was a soft way of saying, well, actually, the Western world has only just become more accepting. And even then, look, the Catholic Church, which still runs countries, they still don't accept homosexuality. So, and I'm saying, look, we are a hell of a lot further than where we were. Look, Voya, Marty, he made part of our trip, right? I couldn't care less if he's gay. He's just a person. Hope you don't mind me talking about you, Marty. But it's the Western world still isn't perfect, but it wasn't that long ago when gay people were persecuted. And so, how can we say that? Yes, we know it's wrong, right? I can sort of, and most are Australian, Voya, yeah. But how can we throw stones when we've only just got better ourselves. You know, and my points, I don't understand how people can take my points of I don't care if you're gay, I don't care who you sleep with, because we're all the same. I've highlighted my points on this channel that I think we are all the same. It doesn't matter what colour you are. You know, we're all bleed red. You know, we're all the same. I don't understand how people can take that wrong. And I think I put it fairly diplomatically, if that makes sense. That's my point. I appreciate maybe things may come across wrong. It's like when you send texts or emails, you can't quite get the you can't quite get the phrasing right and whatever. But yeah, but that's Janet. You just say I don't understand people being gay, but there are still people and deserve respect. See, I would say that slightly differently, because does it need to be a discussion? What do you need to understand? Is it a matter of understanding? And they need respect, but I think it's pinpointing too much. I think it's pinpointing too much. If that makes any sense, I don't know. Rugby Ireland, would you agree that rugby is going a bit soft when it is barely a high tackle for penalty? Oh, mate, Rugby Ireland news. The problem with that is that you now it's same as football with heading and things. You're now starting to see the problems that people are having with brain problems, and you have to keep people safe. We look at rugby league, and that is a hell of a lot worse. And that is, I look at some of those tackles and think, my God, that is dangerous. Chris, 8% of married people in the world are in a arranged marriage and some sort. Marrying it for love is quite unusual. Well, maybe, yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just saying that even the Western world still has people that believe in nonsense. Yeah. So I'm just reading comments because some of the comments got a bit longer. Yeah, quality has nothing. Quality has nothing to do with really getting subscribers. I've seen some awful quality videos, and it does well. Yeah, yeah. If we're talking about safety of players, I said in football they've stopped you being allowed to teach heading and kids heading from a certain age, because it's you got to protect your noggin. Got to protect your noggin, because later on down the line, there are some serious problems people are facing, real serious problems people are facing with their health, and these are things that are coming to light now, and you've got to protect people, you've got to look after people. Yeah, you really do. I know, but it does. I just think it does help to try and produce the best content you can produce, which is especially what we're doing with the vlogs. I don't profess to say that the reaction channel you need to have that much quality. It helps to be able to see the person clearly, and have the sound right and everything. But with the vlogs, I think the quality has to be good, the story has to be good. So yeah, and I think it's just annoying because I think if people clicked on the video, people would enjoy the vlogs. But it's getting people through the door in the first place, which is difficult. It's difficult. Yeah, Crystal, I do agree. Not all YouTube videos, not all YouTube videos do really well straight away. Weeks later, months later, years later, and I've had videos that do that. But when you gain instant success, I say instant success with a video specifically, like the Australian videos, the long haul video, the AFL video, it almost wants you, your head then wants that instant gratification. And it's horrible. It's horrible because if you don't get it, it is crippling. It is crippling. If I post my videos on a Saturday morning for the vlogs. And if I wake up in the morning, because I post it while I'm asleep, or at the moment with the time zones, I know that most of my audience are Australian. With the time zones, it's currently about midnight I've posted it. But I wake up in the morning and it can put you in a good or bad mood. Let's just say it's tough. I would, Ben, more content. I need people to recommend content because if I run out of stuff to react to, I try my best to find stuff. A lot of the comedy company stuff I found myself and whatnot, and the Thylacine. But if you guys don't recommend things that you think I will find interesting and other people find interesting, then I won't know what to watch. So in the Discord server, there's the suggested page. If you find content on New Zealand, for example, please share it. That's what I need. All right, I'm going to do that, Crystal. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. Hang on. I'm going to change this. I thought that, because actually with the Avebury Stones, a lot of people know about Stonehenge, right? A lot of people know about Stonehenge. And I thought, oh, have that thing of, it's better than Stonehenge. If it's better, and we really think it's much better than Stonehenge because we think Stonehenge is bloody rubbish, you know. Yes, I have seen that one, Rugby Island. Yeah. Thanks for joining me, Amy. Thank you so much. And your vlog videos are your own content. You don't have to rely on someone else's content to make. Yeah, that's why we love doing vlogs. That's why we love doing vlogs, because we go out and we explore and we learn ourselves and we have fun and have a little bit of banter with each other and stuff. That pub meal was crazy, you guys. So the thing with that Sunday roast that we had, Kate, it was really good and it was huge, like really huge. It was bloody expensive. It was about £20 for a Sunday roast. That is really expensive. And the problem is, because we were like some of the last people in the day to have a roast, the potatoes had been sat there a while. So if we had it a few hours before, it would have been brilliant. And actually, Charlie went to the toilet just before we finished, and she heard the chef saying, or the waitress had gone in and said, "Oh, there's YouTubers." And the chef said, "Oh, I wish I did a better job." So that's quite funny. Yeah, you need clickbait. You need clickbait. And whether you like it or not, you need clickbait. Stonehenge is rubbish. I'm not really into motor racing. I like driving fast, but I'm not really into motor racing. Cap, if you can find me a decent hey it's Saturday. I know I've done a couple, but if you can find me any good ones, please put it on the Discord, because you guys know better than me. Isle of Wight is very backwards. That is like going back to the 50s. Yeah, that is like $50. £20 is about roughly say $40 ish. It was expensive. I did Red Faces for last Christmas. I did a lot of Christmas videos. And one of them was Hey It's Saturday, Red Faces, where the kids did the animals, the 12 days of Christmas stuff, and that was quite good. Someone asked me what I did see it earlier. What have we got planned? Can't remember who said it. Oh, Janet said, "What have you got planned to show us next?" So we haven't got a video for next week yet. We need to find something to do. We'll probably film that Thursday. But I booked for Charlie to go to Gdansk in Poland. She wanted to go to a Christmas market abroad, and I said, I don't really want to go to a Christmas market. I don't really like Christmas. So Charlie is actually going on her own for Saturday the 3rd to Sunday the 4th. I've booked it all with YouTube money because it's a YouTube investment. YouTube money's gone into that. She's going over to Gdansk in Poland. There's a Christmas market. She's going for 2 days. She's going to do a couple of vlogs there. Oh, thank you, Peter. That's really kind of you. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I know. Bar humbug. I just don't really like Christmas. I don't really like seeing family. That's the problem. That is the problem. So I hope none of my family's watching. But yeah, she's going over to Gdansk. She's going to do a couple of vlogs. What I want is, and she even said this, Charlie has got a lot more confidence with filming compared to when we started, especially when we did our first vlogs over in Mallorca. Yes, I claim tax. Yeah, if it's a business, I claim tax. Kate, I know I'm going to watch that if I can get access to it. That's the thing. Anything you film, anything I film, and look, I bought myself. I thought I'd treat myself. I bought myself the new Sony A7 IV, which is a bit of an upgrade. It's a bit of an upgrade from my. That's what I normally have been filming with. That's what I'm going to start filming with, which is cool. It's a business expense. But anyway, yeah, Charlie's going to Gdansk. That will be on the 3rd and 4th, so that will go out the following week. But yeah, as I said, she's been getting a lot more confident, but I want her to take control. She doesn't take control. Yeah, it's brilliant to see. But people quite often say to me, oh, let Charlie speak, let Charlie speak. Oh, you just take over. And I hear what people are saying, but if I didn't take over, she wouldn't speak and the vlogs would not really happen. This was all my idea, and that's why it's amazing that she's joining in. But if she didn't speak, she wouldn't talk, and therefore there wouldn't be videos. So she's even said this. Yeah. No, I'm going so because I started with Sony with the ZV-1. I thought no, I will continue with the A7 IV. The problem is having to buy the bloody lenses. I've just had to buy a new lens that's coming on Monday. Exactly. So people kind of misconstrue it as me taking over, but we wouldn't have a video if it was just relying on Charlie. Quite often I say, take the camera and speak. So at the moment, as I said, with our vlogs, you see me talking a lot. And Charlie kind of comes in at the end, and sometimes I force her to. But basically, we said, look, Charlie said this, maybe I should go away on my own then. When she spoke about going to a Christmas market, she said, I'll go on my own. It will give me the incentive and the confidence to actually force me to talk and create a vlog. So that's partly why she's going on her own. She may have a work friend going with her. I don't know. We'll see. But that, yeah. So yeah, she's going away to Gdansk. That's what we've got. We might go to Poland for my birthday at the end of January. Might go to Krakow again because I love Krakow, and that'll be interesting to show everyone. We'll have Christmas videos, I suppose, vlogs. Maybe we'll even film the whole of Christmas Day, more or less. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you, Peter. That's really kind of you. I mean to say something on my last one. It's raining here in Tasmania, Rob. Pete from Davenport. Amazingly, the last few days it's been nice and sunny here, Peter. But we have had bad weather. But we did get out in good time because it was rubbish. No, it was some of it. The weather was okay in Melbourne, but we did have wet weather in Australia. But it got a hell of a lot worse when we left. So hopefully for you guys, summer will be properly with you soon. Hopefully our winter will stay away as long as possible. So depressing. I hate the rain. Yeah. But thank you so much for donating some money. That's really kind of you. Just remember, anything that's sent to me, any donations, anything I make from YouTube, stays with YouTube. And yeah. Okay, so Charlie did go to Spain with her mum. She only took the GoPro, so it didn't look as good. And that was slowly getting there. But there are certainly things that she could do differently to make it more a better quality. I don't think Charlie filmed enough. She didn't film enough B-roll. I think Charlie just listed a lot of what she was doing rather than talking as a discussion. So hopefully the one in Gdansk will be a lot better, and hopefully she's learning. And look, I'm learning. This isn't me being arrogant or anything, but I think because of what I do. Look, I coach children football. I'm a natural at talking. I talk too much. I never shut up, as the song goes. So I think I come across quite natural when talking, and will happily do it. But Charlie isn't. That's not her. She's quiet. She's not as confident. So hopefully this exposure is only making her better at it. So this is the weird thing. This is the weird thing, Dr. Cap. Like, you say I'm more extroverted. And I sort of am, but then in big groups, I'm not very good. I don't think I'm in big groups. When we did the meet and greets, I was very nervous, really nervous. But I think because people were there for me, it gave me the confidence. But in big groups, I am awful. I remember, especially if I don't know people, I remember a few years back, I went on my friend's stag do to to Malaga. And I literally knew no one. And it was the toughest weekend of my life because I just couldn't create conversations with people. I really couldn't. And it was really tough. So I'm sort of extroverted in some sense, and then I'm a real introvert in another sense. I don't have many friends. I don't know. I don't have the confidence. It's a really weird one. It is really weird. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you, New Falconer. Like I said, because people were there for me. I think people were there for me. It gave me the confidence to speak. And I like speaking. I like entertaining. But you put me in a group and I will sit in the corner. I will sit in the corner. It's weird. Rob, you can't force Charlie. She comes out a little during Oz, but her best is the taste testing videos. I feel Charlie enjoys those videos. She does enjoy them, and she did enjoy being on because when we were in Australia, we knew we were there to film. Well, I certainly had to reiterate it to Charlie. We were obviously there to enjoy things, of course, but we were there to make videos. And I think the problem is if I don't force her, she won't do it. And I completely hear what you're saying, but it's very much the same with food. Before me and Charlie met, and she will happily say this to people, before we met, she wouldn't eat anything. She was skinny as a rake and she wouldn't even try food. But because I force her to try food, or I don't force her, but I'm like, no, come on, try it. She does it, and then she likes it because she realizes actually it's not that bad. So I hear what you're saying about not forcing her, but I think sometimes people need to be pushed to do things. That might sound really bad, but it's just the way it is. Yeah. Right. Chris saying to Ryan, I know, right? Hoped for something fresh. Look at me. Was funny first. Yeah, I assume you're talking about Kath and Kim. Ben, I have 30 friends, some lunches. We have 15 friends at a cafe table. Mate, that is amazing. And I would love to have that many friends. But it must be quite difficult if you've got a busy life. Yeah. Goanna, in Australia at meet and greets, you may have been scared, but fronted up. Both of you showed great social skills. That's the thing. I said, I think we were so nervous, especially before we got there. But actually, everyone made us welcome. We knew people were there to see us, which was bizarre. But I wanted to do everything I could. This is why at every event, the 3 events that we went to, I went round and spoke to everyone. Um, I spoke to everyone, and I wanted everyone to feel like they were welcome, that I was interested, because I genuinely was interested. If Kate's still here, I don't know if she is. Hopefully she is. If Kate's still here, in Sydney, I saw Kate wasn't joining in conversations because, I don't know, maybe the men were overdoing it. So I went up to her and spoke to her and found out some incredible things that she's been through, because I saw actually she looked a little bit quiet, and I wanted to find out more, and I did. Little things like that. I want everyone to feel welcome, and as much as people welcomed us. Yeah, it is incredible, really incredible. That's the thing. Sometimes you got. I wish someone would manage to get me out of my comfort zone with things like theme park rides and stuff like that. But I don't know if that's going to happen because oh man, I really don't like theme park rides. And ups and downs. Um, yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Getting pushing people to be better, and I try and be better. I can be an asshole, but I never try and upset anyone, and yeah, yeah. Stephen, I can't do the ferry to Manly, mate. The ferry from the harbour to Manly, that made me sick. I was holding on very tight. There was only a couple of waves, and I was like holding on as tight as possible. Um, and everyone else was like calm and relaxed. I'm like, what? Not good. Someone does need to force me, really. Just tie me down. I don't think I could. I just don't think I could. Uh, thank you, Tracy. Tracy from Bundy. That is a horrible drink, by the way. Sorry. Thank you. I hope you appreciate it. I just do it because I enjoy it. Do it because I enjoy it. The Sydney Tower lift makes you feel sick. All right, that's a bit much. Um, yeah. Uh, Crystal, the way I see it, the more scary the ride looks, the safer it probably is. Every time you sit in the news, you hear about someone getting hurt. It's the kid. It's the kiddie ride. Hey, it's so true, isn't it? That's the thing. I know fully well that, for example, roller coasters and stuff are perfectly safe, pretty much. But tell my stomach that. That's the thing. Oh God. Um, Kate, Kate, I saw and look, I found out some awesome stuff about you because I saw that you were, you know, on your phone being unsociable. uh, love to see you on the big one in Black. No, thank you. No, thank you, Catherine. I do not want to be on the Blackpool ride. Well, not always, Ben. Ryan, I could never do what you do. I hate cameras. See, I think there's something I think there's something deep down in me that just wants to be famous. I just want to be on TV. Maybe I just want to be liked. I just want to be liked by people. Ah, I think I disagree, Aaron. I disagree. You say I think modern society has turned the younger generation a little soft. No offense intended. I take no offense. However, if women were not offended, then they wouldn't have fought for the right to vote. That's the one thing I would say, basically. Yeah, Chris, I'm not sure if Charlie would agree with that after being chased and pecked by a magpie. Oh. I know, Catherine, why would I be a referee if I wanted to be liked? It's madness. I've got short man syndrome, basically. That's what it is, I think. I've got short man syndrome. That's why I like being a referee. I didn't get enough fame for being on the dating show. The problem when I was on a dating show many years ago in 2012, I think, just before I met Charlie. The problem is with dating shows, I actually loved being on it. It was so much fun being in the studio and everything, and having the holiday paid for you and everything. The problem is on TV shows they make you look stupid more than I naturally look. So that wasn't great afterwards. That wasn't good afterwards. No. Amazing everyone's here. Amazing everyone. Honestly, looking at the numbers, thank you so much everyone for joining me. I'll do a quick promotion thing. If you haven't already, hit the like button down below. Make sure you subscribe to the video. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to our vlog channel. I don't know if it's in the description. Hang on, is it in the description? It is in the description. It is in the description. Okay. If you haven't already subscribed to the vlog channel, make sure you check out the videos. No, I got 45 likes, Cap. I've got 45 likes, apparently. Janet, I was on a dating show, and I can't find it anywhere. I cannot find it anywhere. There's a couple of clips and whatever, but I just cannot find it anywhere. It was on Sky Living. It was called Love Machine. It was good fun. I can't find it anywhere, which is probably for the best. Yeah, probably for the best. Yeah, it was a little bit embarrassing, but I did enjoy it at the time. Peter, if there's any good ones, make sure you put it in my Discord server because I will forget. There is a suggestion box. Put it in there. Any sort of good videos people can recommend, put it in there. And then I've got it as a place that I can look back when I'm looking for videos. I can look at it on there. Hang on. May have wrote on card and stuff, but hope you enjoyed yourself first, film yourself second. Yeah, sorry, yeah. So the thing was though, Guana, yes, we wanted to go to Australia. It was incredible. And we were set on it for like a year-ish or whatever it was. And I completely get you. Enjoy it first and film it second, because actually then the enjoyment comes through. Hopefully the enjoyment of what we did come through. But you've always got in the mindset in the background, we've got to film. And this is the thing with vlogs. This is the thing with the vlogs, is you do unnatural things. See you later, Scott. When you vlog, you do very unnatural things. So I'm going to give you, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you an example. Let me go to my YouTube. 2 seconds. I'm going to show you an unnatural example, an example of something unnatural you do when you film. Okay, right, screen capture. 2 seconds. Okay. Bang. All right. So I'm going to give you an example of something, that is stupid that you do. So here it is. This was our vlog. Let's get some sound up, shall we? Might as well. I haven't even got sound. Hang on.
Floor. There is stones everywhere. How many? There's 100 stones, and it is
Charlie
the
learnt
world's
all the
largest
facts.
stone circle. It's 1,000
Okay.
and I'm testing my memory from what I've read. 1,088 feet wide. The biggest.
Right.
circle.
So
I think this is
where is it?
We're at the edge of one now.
Okay. So we did this
They're all
last
different
stone.
sizes.
If it
Yeah, but
don't really have any
That bloody sun as well. What is with the sun? See, we do have sun in the UK.
stuff on it.
So I'm trying to... Right. So here is some examples. So you've got to have a lot of B-roll when you do vlogs. So B-roll is basically the scanning scenery or following Charlie and things like that. Which bit of this is the most unnatural thing you've ever seen? Hang on, let's watch it together. Let's watch it together. So we're walking to cross over the road. What is that? What was that? It's ridiculous, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. I'll show you again. Show you one more time. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we go through the gate. We're walking along this path to cross over the road. Like, what is that? Anyway, I can't keep doing that because the music isn't licensed for this channel. Yeah. Let me close that again. So my point is, this was talking about with Voya, right? So yeah. So I'm talking about things. So Granny is saying that, you've got to enjoy it first and then film second. Completely agree. But when you're vlogging, you have to do really unnatural things, like putting the camera down, pressing film, going back, walking past it, turning the camera off. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And we did it in Australia for the Blue Mountains video, for example. There's loads of versions of this. But we did this, see you later, Janet. We did this because I do a lot of following Charlie. There's a lot of Charlie's backside in the vlogs. But it's me putting the camera down, Charlie walking past it, telling her, wait, go. Yeah, it's filmmaking. So my point is, yes, you've got to enjoy the experience first. But it's not quite as simple as that, because you're always thinking, how can I set this shot up? And look, I'm new to this, but I've learned that, yeah, you've got to set up shots. And that's not just with vlogs. I watch a lot of the car channels, and when they're doing testing cars and they do like going on road trips, they have to have these drone shots and they have to drive past a camera, and so it's hard to just enjoy something first and then film second, if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, that would be great to have enough money to have a cameraman do the vlogs for us. Thank you, Cap. It's what Sydney videos did we even do? I can't even remember. I'm trying to look. I can't even remember. We did 16 videos, vlogs in Australia. The Sydney ones we did. Yeah, the Sydney ones we did first ever AFL match, which was incredible. I love the people's comment on that video about how there's always one Rabbitoh fan. We did the Opera House and Bridge. We did Chinese Garden, Botanical Gardens, and then the Blue Mountains, although that's technically not Sydney. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we did 5 videos in Sydney. Yeah. Hello. Now, talking about Sydney, Garth, GB Sailing, was the person that took us to the Blue Mountains and showed us around, took us to the extra bits that people wouldn't see. Welcome, Garth. It's a bit late for you now, isn't it? God, what is the time now in Sydney? I'm going to have a look. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's 11 o'clock in Sydney at the moment. I'm very good. I'm very good. You basically have to now go back and watch from the start to find out what we've been doing this week, Garth. You came late. Thanks. The Melbourne Aquarium, as I said, I wouldn't go back, but the Melbourne Aquarium was difficult because of the amount of kids in there, and it was, yeah. But a lot of what we do. So a lot of a lot of the vlogs at the moment, it's all about the music. I think I've been finding really good music to go with it and going up and down and whatnot. But yeah, Crystal Clear asks, now serious question, which you don't need to answer. Did the views pay for the trip? What do you think? That's what I'm gonna throw it back at you. I'm gonna throw it back at you. Crystal asks, did the views from the vlog channel, I assume you mean vlog channel and the videos that we made whilst in Australia on this channel, the reaction channel, did it pay for the trip? You answer. What do you think? What do you think? Bearing in mind, as I said, we've got we're up to about 4,000-ish subscribers, just over. What do you think? I'd love to know if you think. Oh, well, I'm glad to have you here, Tracy. I'm glad to have you here. It's awesome to have you. See you later, Broadway songs. You should have talked more. Doubt it. Goanna says doubt it. Stephen says not even close. Dr. Cap says it probably paid for the aquarium entry. Nice Sloppy Joe? What's Sloppy Joe? Don't know what you mean. Okay. So we've had people that say not even close. Hoodie. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Sorry, I wasn't sure what you meant there, GB. Not G. Yeah. What did this cost? This cost about, in pounds, about 30 quid. I think it was about $70. Oh, okay, yeah, about $70, my hoodie. Oh, finally, Sarah. There's no need to be, no need to be hiding. You're right, Chris. The people that do less editing get more views. It seems. Okay, and I think you get about $5 per 1,000 views. Okay, I'm happy to answer this because I am very transparent. I don't 100% know how much I actually spent. Yeah, that's a good one, Kate. Yeah, cook some badly cooked egg fried rice and tag Uncle Roger. Now, I'm not 100% how much I spent in Australia. The flights were about 1,650, which is annoying because they've gone up to about 2,000 now. We had help from people. We stayed at someone's house, at James's house. We had a hotel partly helped pay for. I would say after the views and super chats and things like that from the vlog channel and from the reaction channel, we roughly broke even. Maybe made a little bit more. Maybe. So actually, you guys think I didn't make the money. I did. I would say I have paid off my trip to Australia, which highlights the fact that, which highlights my point about a certain other YouTuber saying how expensive it is when I know how much an Australian audience makes that person, and that person gets a hell of a lot more views. So yeah, that's what's incredible. The trip to Australia is basically being paid off. Look, I bought a new camera for Christ's sake with YouTube money because I want to improve the quality, and the trip was paid off, so I'm now break even with what I had before, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was paid off. It was paid off, which is incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. But Yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, good. Yes, GB, you the man. You the man. Um, but look, my point is, would you guys like me to do a video of this? Basically, I don't. Did I get a shot? Did I get a shot with you in the camera? I can't remember if I did. Um, like I said, he is working because he's doing YouTube. He's doing YouTube, my friend. Um, so either way, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Gareth. Basically, when we're in the Blue Mountains, Garth had an awesome camera with the decent focal length and everything. You may not understand, and I thought, oh, I need a bit of that. So I've gone for Sony. I didn't go for Canon like you though. I didn't go for Canon like you did, but I'm getting a new lens. I have ordered a new lens that should be here on Monday, which is a wider because this lens is rubbish. But like I said, this is my point. Um, um, how far can you travel on a charge? Are we on about electric car? Michael is way behind in this. Way behind in this. I'm going to quickly answer. The car that we've ordered is going to do about 240 miles on the charge. Anyway, this is my point. That all the money I've made from YouTube is going back into the product that I'm making in YouTube. None of the money I've made from YouTube has actually paid for anything for myself. You know, food or anything, you know, whatever. It's all gone back into YouTube. Okay, so there. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad people are realizing, and I'm not here to cause hate or anything, which is why I don't necessarily bring it up. But mainly it's you guys that bring it up. But um, that's thank you, Ryan. As I said, it's run as a business. I'm happy to. That's the thing. Would people like? I am open and honest about money with YouTube. I wouldn't necessarily go into money about my other businesses, but um, um, what was I going to say? Is yeah. Did I declare the visit as business or pleasure? Yeah. When I do my because I'm self-employed in all my businesses, I list my business and what income and expenditure I had, and I've got that three. Um, my pet services, my football coach, and now YouTube. It's it's all declared. Um, yeah. So I'm just reading. I meant for the Aussie Customs card. Sorry, what my hang on. Oh, I declared as pleasure, to be fair. I did declare as pleasure. I don't think I'm not sure for what I did. I think for what I did, I think I was right to declare as pleasure because it was still a holiday that I was filming. So it's a tricky one. I won't get too much into it. Hopefully Australian customs don't have anything to say about it. But I don't see a problem with what I did. What did I cover in the last hour? I talked about we're getting an electric car, which is coming early in December. I talked about bowls. We talked about my video earlier about about the World Cup. Yeah, don't worry, you haven't missed that much. Well, you have missed quite a bit, but I don't know anything great. That's fine. It's not a huge car. No. It's a hatchback. It's a Cupra Born. Cupra Born. But yeah, like I said, I am happy because I'm very transparent with the money I'm making on YouTube. Um, I think so. I think I'm good, Cap. Yeah. I think we're good. Um, Yeah. I've got to look at that now. Hang on. Crystal, Social Blade is rubbish. Social Blade is rubbish. So, for example, I said I will do a video on this at some point. Okay. Social Blade, right? I am predicted to make £7,000 estimated yearly earnings, right? That's, yeah, 7,000. Let me go back to my other. Without being too specific at the moment, last 365 days? Yeah. I would say it's out by about £5,000 for me. And that's the high end. The high end is 7,000 and it's out about 5,000, roughly. I'm happy to be honest. Hang on. Oh, it is a big purchase. Yeah, it is a huge purchase. It is a big purchase. Aaron asks, do you need anything more than an ABN for YouTube to start a channel? What does ABN mean? I don't mean largely. Yeah, go Anna, don't do it, mate. Don't do it. Would you ever move? Would I ever move to Australia permanently? At the moment, no. And that's no disrespect to Australia, but it's no disrespect to Australia at all because I absolutely loved it. And there were bits I really liked, there was bits I liked, and there was bits I wasn't a massive fan of. And there was bits I really didn't like. That's life. That's the same where I live. But I've got, as I said, 2 businesses plus YouTube. I've got my cats and my dog. Charlie, I don't think would cope being away from her family. I would, but she wouldn't. So it's not an easy thing to do. You know, after talking to that Johnson family, I was talking to him, and he gave up a lot. He left his dog behind, and I have no problems with him doing that, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, and it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy move to make. So it's difficult. It's difficult. Oz business number. No, I wouldn't need that. No, I wouldn't need an ABN. No. Yeah, you'd probably need it when you get monetized, but not to start a channel. Hey, Garth. Hey, Rob. Have you formulated ideas about where you'll go next year when you come back? Roughly. I'm thinking a few days in Perth, then may pop back to Adelaide, then up to Darwin, then to Melbourne for the grand final, and then spend the rest of the time in sort of Queensland area-ish. That's rough at the moment. Yeah. What's the English equivalent? We have national insurance, we have a tax identification number and stuff, whatever it is. No, it's tricky because I said when you have commitments, when you have pets, when you have family, not that when you have family, most people have family, but and work, like I couldn't. It's not as easy just to say, oh, we can move over and get a job. It's yes, it's difficult. It's difficult. We are. When I say a few days, that's just vague. That's just vague, Garth. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. It said, yeah, I do want to come back to Adelaide, because what we're probably going to do if we come back to Adelaide is take a long drive over to the salt lakes and things. I can't remember what it's called now. What the place is called? Can't remember. Charlie just messaged me to say she didn't come last in Laser Quest, so she's happy. Yeah, wanted to, something going to M. Yeah, look, YouTube. I'm hoping YouTube continues for a long time. I don't know how long the reaction channel will keep going on for, because I don't know how much there is to react to. Now, I know there's loads, but I'm sure at some point Australian content, for example, will run out, and I may have to look elsewhere. But the vlog channel is something that this is why I started the vlog channel, because the vlog channel. Newcastle. Maybe we might come to Newcastle when we come to Queensland area. We might take a trip down. You never know. We did enjoy Sydney and that, so that's why we started the vlog channel, because it's something we can now do forever. It doesn't have to be us doing days out and exploring things. Sometimes it will just be what we do in the day and mundane things. But yeah, it's what I need to do is get like a mini camera and stick it on the cats and the dog, and they can have their own channel. Hi, Marcus. Well, not sure, Stephen. The amount of cost with the cloud servers and all that sort of stuff that YouTube's having to pay for, who knows? Yeah, that's the thing with the vlog channel. As I said, with the vlog channel, it's almost endless content, because we're following our lives. It's a journey of our lives, and there's plenty of things to go see. There is daily life stuff. As I said, the mundane stuff. People watch really mundane things. Charlie watches some vloggers, some daily vloggers. How they do daily, I don't know. So she watches some, and literally all they do is talk for half an hour. And they're just in their house relaxing and whatever. I'm like, how is this? But people watch it. So the point is, the vlog channel it's a video log. It's what we're doing during the day. So that is almost endless. The reaction channel, I would keep going as long as I can. No. I'm not saying I'm mundane. What I'm saying is sometimes you have to film the mundane things to get content. But people enjoy that because it's taken a look into people's everyday lives. Not every day will we be going somewhere exciting. We won't be going to see things every day. Some days we'll be sat in front of the telly. I'll be sat in front of the computer. We'll be making dinner. It'll be less exciting things, but people still watch it. Yeah, what I mean is, Chris, Google. So there's an issue at the moment. So basically, the data that is being needed is skyrocketing, and Google has to pay for the servers to host it. So yeah. Oh really? See, there's so much weird stuff that people film and people watch. That's what I'm trying to say. That there can be exciting videos that we do. There can be less exciting videos we do, but the content is almost endless. Whereas the vlog channel is sort of endless. The vlog channel, but who knows? A year's time, 2 years' time, 3 years' time, there may not be any more Australian content. It may then be moving to a different country. It may be, I don't know, because you've got to freshen it up. I know, for example, there's the Scottish guy that started doing Australian content ages ago. The Don, I think the Don channel, and then he moved to American content because, yeah, you've got to. Oh, cottonmouth. But that's how it is. That is just how it is, I suppose. Yeah. Hang on. there are other venues that offer the same venue that you could use. What? What do you mean? You have to explain that one. I think so. I think Cap. I think look. I don't expect people to pay memberships. I don't expect people to buy merchandise. I don't expect people to support me on Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is the best one because that will make me the most money out. It will give me the best cut. It doesn't give me the best. Buy Me a Coffee gives me the best cut. Memberships and merch and all that doesn't give me as much. But I'm not expecting people to do it because you should be able to watch something and it be free. That's YouTube. That's the formula of YouTube. In today's world, advertising is what pays. So, yeah. I don't think it worked better for him though. I don't think the Don's channel, I don't think it did work better for him. I think the Australian content was doing better for him, but he moved over to America, struggling possibly to have content for Australia. And I don't think it's done well because he's hardly posted anymore. So, or maybe life changed for him. I don't know. Oh, I completely get it, Chris. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I am using other people's content and just hoping that I do enough to change the original content. That's what I'm hoping I'm doing. So I know. That's why I started the vlog channel as well, so I can show my own content. No, well, that's why I changed it to Buy Me a Beer. Buy me a beer instead of buy me a coffee because I don't drink coffee. Oh. That's cool. That's cool, Crystal. That's cool. I think when you start YouTube, I think you've got to do it as a hobby. You've got to do it not expecting to make money. I didn't expect to start doing this and making money as quickly as I did, let alone to pay for me to go to Australia, for Christ's sake. Thanks, Joanna. Thanks, Joanna. It's you've got to start as something you enjoy as a hobby, and then when it starts making money, that's when you have to start taking it a little bit more seriously. You have to. If you're doing it to make money and pay for the bills and pay for a certain lifestyle, you have to take it seriously. And that's why I'm not hiding anything from anyone. You guys are watching me. I don't necessarily expect you to give me money, but I really want you to watch the videos in the first place, which the advertising then pays for. So, yeah. Buy me a bundy. Kate, you don't even like it either, so I don't know what you're doing. Don't even bring that up. I think this is funny looking at stats. When I do a video about how much money I made, the stats are fascinating. For some reason it won't show me. For some reason the stats won't show me. But yeah, a lot of my audience are middle-aged to older. I think my audience is about 90% Australian now. Yeah. Do I have a ring light? Yeah. It's incredible some of the money. But for the amount of views I've got, so the amount of subscribers, I'm coming up to 16,000. It's been bloody slow. But I make decent money. But I do work every day. This is an everyday thing. Whether it's making the videos, whether it's replying to comments, whether it's trying to interact with the community and whatnot. It's every day. And I make basic. The reaction videos are basic. The editing's not difficult. The vlog channel is completely different, but you know, yeah, that's you do that, Garth. Yeah. Someone else said something. I do have a ring light. I've got. Hang on. I'll show you. I'll show you. My computer is a mess. There's my ring light. And I'm still on October for some reason. Ring light there. Camera there. Screen there where I'm watching you watching. And then there's that. Microphone. Yeah, that's basically my setup at the moment. Yeah. Chris, are you talking about what I said or what social? Are you talking about money wise I said earlier? Hi, Pen. What's so late, Pen? What time's this? I did. Literally on the second to last day, when we went back to Victoria Market, I got it. God, that's a mess. You don't want to see our washing. As I said, Chris, for starters, it's not dollars. The highest prediction on Social Blade, the highest prediction. Oh yeah, the highest prediction on Social Blade, which is not accurate, was £7,000, which is more than $7,000. It's about say $14,000 and Aussie dollars, but it's about £5,000 off. Yeah, so the money I'm making from YouTube at the moment, especially with how well things went, and actually that's not including the vlog channel, that's just the reaction channel. That's before I've spent anything as well. About £1,000 a month ish. The prediction is £5,000 under. So from the reaction channel in the last year, made about just over £12,000, which is, what's that in Aussie? Why have all of a sudden loads of people are coming back on? Which in Aussie dollars, 12,000, about 25,000 ish dollars, Aussie dollars. To be fair, isn't that bad, is it? Do you think you'll come back? We're planning on coming back. We're coming back next year, same time next year. No problem. I need a drink as well. I've already been on like 2 hours. I wasn't expecting to be on this long. We're coming back next year, same time, around the 11th of September-ish. About the 11th of September-ish, but we're going like Perth, Darwin, Queensland, that sort of area. We will come back to Melbourne for the grand finals, obviously, as well, because see if I get to the grand final 2 years in a row. That would really annoy Australians, wouldn't it? That would really annoy them. Oh, I really hope so. I really hope the weather would be better. I do have to be a second because I need to go for a wee, so I'm going to go to the toilet. Sit tight. Grab yourself another drink. I know it's quite late for some Aussies if you're in Sydney and Melbourne and that way and Queensland way. I'll be back shortly. Talk amongst yourselves. I've returned. Thank you for waiting. Oh. Oh, well, that's, yeah, going back to that, hang on. So, yeah, if we're still talking about money, bear in mind, if I said that in the last year I've made just over £12,000, bearing in mind 20% of that's tax, then another, I think 9% of that is insurance, national insurance. So yeah, if you've still got to take all that into account, but yeah. No advert music. No, I know. Sorry, I do on my other one. I do have a little sign that I can pop up saying toilet break, but I haven't got it on this one. I need to add that. Yeah, I do need to add that. So hang on. Wait, hang on. Oh no, hang on. I'm missing people. Pen, you said I did see Pen. Pen's come from a co-worker's hen night. Fabulous Italian food. Where was it? Where's the shout out? Where's the shout out for the food place? Italian, apparently, Stephen. So yeah, Chris, that's the thing. So yeah, so say $25,000 is what I'm making from YouTube roughly at the moment in the last year. But like you said, it's not enough to live off. It's still okay. But that's why I've got 2 other businesses and I work pretty much 7 days a week. Even today, when I'm not properly working, well, I am working because I'm doing this. It's a great work. It's good fun doing this, but you know, yeah. Hang on. That sounds really good. I do like a good homemade pasta. Yeah. Aaron says, do you have to pay both YouTube and government? Sounds like a scam. No, I don't pay YouTube because YouTube pays me. So if you think about this, when advertisers pay for views on YouTube, YouTube take 40% and they give the content creator 60%. So I don't give anything to YouTube. They just pay me. And then obviously I pay taxes at the end of the tax year. There you go. Well, sort of pocket money. The money from YouTube is allowing me to do things on YouTube. So yeah. If anyone is interested, the restaurant that Penn went to is called Chow. Is it Chow, Mama? Because that's not how you spell Chow. Chow is CIAO. But anyway, we'll go when we come back. Grand final weekend. We'll go when I get back. All right. It better be good. Yeah, that's the thing. Chris, that was the thing. So I'll tell you the story. So I started coaching football and running the business 13 years ago. And it was enough at the time because I didn't have the expenses. And then when we got married in 2016, I thought, weddings are expensive and I need more money. So that was when I decided to set up my pet service business. And the 2 of them together pays the bills and gives me just about enough. YouTube, what it's now allowing me to do is have a more comfortable life, sort of, because I don't actually take the money out of my YouTube account for my lifestyle. So, yeah. Hang on. So that one, so I think no. So slightly differently, Goanna. If you give me $1, I think it's 70% I get. So if you give me $1, I've now just got 70 cents. Yeah, so it's different percentages for different things, but I'm pretty sure it's 70% of what you gave me. Oh, thank you, Kev. Yeah, good. I need a drink as well, but I haven't actually got anything. I can't be bothered to make another cup of tea. Tracy from Bundy. I assume then you haven't subscribed to our vlog channel. You're so generous, Gunnar. Also, those biscuits were brilliant. I didn't actually do a reaction because we ate them. Those biscuits you gave me were amazing. Like, really good. They went quite quickly. Sorry, Tracy. So yes. No, Crystal, I don't think that's true. I think they take the same amount. They do take the same amount. But I'll come back to you, Tracy. Hold on. I've just seen, and I will read it in a minute, Pen. Hang on. Sorry, right. Yeah, Crystal. So YouTube doesn't take different percentages depending on what country you're in. What it does is, so Australia is relatively rich. So your companies that advertise on YouTube pay more because it's just how much your currency is worth. Whereas if, for example, my viewers were from India, they're relatively poor, and therefore in the conversion of things, their companies don't have to pay as much. So if your audience is Australian and the advertisement is Australian based, I'm going to get more money than if, for example, my audience were Indians, who the advertisers is for Indians, and therefore because they pay less, it's still the 60-40 cut, I think. Super chats, I still think it's 70%, I think, but I don't necessarily hold it to me. Hi, Van Diemen's Adventures. Sarah, it was incredible meeting people. It was the highlights. The problem is, GB, Gar, is that it's not practical to go around Christmas. Charlie would not be able to get the time off work during Christmas because that is the busiest time of year for her with work, with Boots, where she works. What am I saying? Yeah, so yeah, they do scurry across occasionally. I've lost. Yeah, we couldn't come around Christmas. I'd love to come when it was nice and hot everywhere, but Charlie is so busy because Boots, the pharmacy, chemist, whatever, health and beauty, is so busy. She works so much, she wouldn't be able to. So I think because September is a good time before it starts getting busy, it works perfectly. It's in between the bowl season, so we're not missing anything. We're not letting anyone down, and it just works well at that time of the year. I know we would like it to be hotter, but that's why we're going to go a little bit further up. Hang on, have I missed anyone? If it helps, we did do a live watch along for the Sydney New Year's Eve fireworks, and they were decent. I think, Barry, the main thing I want everyone to do is watch the videos. That's all I want people to do. It's not necessarily about giving me money, because I'm not expecting you to give me your hard-earned money. The way to do it free is to watch the videos, and that means the most. If people can watch, comment, like, subscribe, that's why we stress it. That's what makes all the difference. See you later, Crystal. Thank you so much for joining me. Aaron, not really. I'm not really on Twitter. I'm on it, but I don't really use it. Hi, Craig. Woot live. Good day from Geelong. If you're meeting people next time you're in Melbourne, I'll come down and say good day. You should have come and said good day the time I did it originally. Rude. Honestly, I made that really long trip to Australia and you didn't even come and see me. Unbelievable, Jeff. Yeah, and September's there for football, which is obviously what I love. Yeah. Don't. Everyone's still moaning about how cold it is in certain places. I really don't know, Stephen. Stephen asked, do I get paid more if people watch the ads in full instead of skipping them? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I can't help you on that one. I don't know if skipping makes any difference or not. Why do you think a video game in Australia $70? You should see the prices of games here. I think what game? The new Call of Duty is like 80 pounds. It's bloody expensive. Oh, large chips. I was woken up by lightning strike this morning at 3 a.m. I'm just in time to watch the morning World Cup final, which I had forgot to set alarm for. This is the thing. People say, "Oh, maybe you should move to Australia." Australia looks like it's going to absolute pot. The weather is a disaster over there at the moment. People say English weather's bad. Oh, Australia's is not looking good at the moment. Sarcasm befits you. Thank you, buddy. I love sarcasm. Sarcasm is the best thing ever, especially to win an argument because it always annoys the other person. Yeah, look, this is when you get all the people. This is when all the people up north start saying, "Well, it's lovely weather here." Man, seriously, Pen, I really need to start playing 40k again. I really do need to get back into it. The amount of money I've spent on it. Thanks, Ryan. I like. It's not the innuendos normally come when Charlie's in the videos as well, and she probably just looks at me and thinks, "What a prat! What an absolute prat!" Oh, you gotta have fun. Craig says, when I was in London late in 2011, there was a heat wave. It was 32°C, but it felt like 40. Exactly. The heat in England is horrible because it's so humid and sweaty and disgusting. GB, we've had 10 days straight of sunny weather here. It's amazing. Hopefully La Nina is over. It's all over. You tell people in Melbourne and Tasmania that, mate. You tell them that. That is the problem you got. I did see. I think I saw a picture or a video on TikTok of all the mosquitoes and everything. Moist is a horrible word. It's a horrible word. I just said it because it was funny. Yeah, I saw TikTok with literally outside of someone's window, just like the plague in the Bible, the plague with all the locusts and stuff. That is literally what it looked like. It was mad, absolutely mad. I had to buy a new umbrella the other day. I brought a new umbrella. It was quite a good one, and Charlie said, "Why did you spend £25 on an umbrella?" I said, "I don't really know how much umbrellas cost. I didn't know umbrellas were cheaper than that. I literally just bought the first one off Amazon." Sure, no. Australia won't beat France. I think your bet will be safe, Kev. It will be safe. I tell you what, talking about the warm weather, there is a Yankee girl that has moved over to England and is on TikTok, and I think one of her TikToks was like, "What do the English do when the sun comes out? Put the washing on the line." That's what the English people do. You know the sun is out because people put the washing out on the line. Oh. I'm amazed. I'm amazed we've still got this many people here, and people haven't gone to bed yet. Considering it's a school night for a lot of you lot should be in bed. See, $24 is like 11 quid. I spent £25, which is more than double what you spent. It is a good umbrella though, but I just don't know what I don't know what an umbrella costs. Oh, that is expensive, Goanna. That is expensive, mate. That is a lot of money. As long as people are still drinking, but it is a school night. Remember that, all right? Pen can stay up late because it's not a school night for her. People don't want to go wedding dress shopping on a Monday, apparently. No. But any other questions? Any other questions? I'm getting hungry. So I might have to have last night's leftover Chinese takeaway, which is in the fridge, ready for me. Any other questions? Come on, you are the conversation here. You stinky pinky. You just took yours from Bunnings. Honestly, you absolute naughty man. Yeah, the first game, the Qatar versus Ecuador, starts in about 3 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm going to assume most of you are not going to be watching it. See you later, Kate. Have a nice week. Have a nice week. Yeah, I know it's Sunday night. It's school night. I just want to know when so England's first game. England's first game is tomorrow. Is tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. our time. When is the first Australian game? Australian, that might be an okay time for you, ish. It's the Australian game in UK time, Australia versus France, Tuesday at 7 p.m. I might watch that. I might even do a watch along. What am I doing on? I might do a watch along. So it's Wednesday your time, Tuesday our time. Have a look. Oh, I can't do Tuesday. I've got an AGM to go to. Oh, I can't watch it. Never mind. I've got an AGM, the Bowls AGM to deal with. And as I'm secretary, can't do it. So the latest games are 7 o'clock. So at least you sort of can get up for it. Yeah, so if it's a 7 o'clock, when's the next one? Let's have a look when the next Australia game is. The next one is 10 a.m., which is okay for you as well. I think they're suiting you Aussies. So 7 o'clock is the first game, PM, which is quite early, but still. And then your game on the 26th is against Tunisia at 10 a.m., which suits you guys. That's good for you. You can watch it. The next game is against Denmark, but that's at 3 o'clock. So that won't be a watchable one for most of you, I don't think. When I say it's a school night, Garth, I mean some people have to work. You know, work counts as a school night. Sorry. You have to have AGMs, mate. You have to have AGMs. I don't really want it, but I have to. Yeah, so your first 2 games are okay times. But your third one is at 3 o'clock UK time, which isn't very suitable. That's like, I don't know, I can't remember. The time zones are messing me up at the moment. Amazing, Tracy. Thank you so much. Enjoy the Australia series. Enjoy our other videos that aren't on Australia. Thank you so much for subscribing to that. Garth, you said, what would your family do if you moved to Australia? I don't know. My mum would be really sad. Charlie's family would be really sad. Like, really sad. I wouldn't care. Charlie would miss her parents for sure. I know what you mean by school night. Yeah, Ryan. Yes. Sean Mook, I can buy Timberland for £25. Yeah, but they're not very nice. I don't really like Timberlands. It makes you look like you're a construction worker. It's like you're trying to be a construction worker, but trendy at the same time. No, and that's the problem. Well, you can You can go on out, but I don't think I would want to take Lena because she's a bit of a wimp. No, they wouldn't follow us. No, they wouldn't follow us. Why would they? They've got my family and Charlie's family have got no connection to Australia, so no. Yeah. Have you had a sort of? Are we talking about? So my mum certainly said she wouldn't want us moving there. Charlie's mum certainly said she wouldn't want us moving there, and her nan said she wouldn't want her moving there. Have me and Charlie had a serious conversation? We sort of have. The problem is we haven't found anywhere specifically that we know we'd want to live. As I said, Manly was amazing, and we could sort of see ourselves living there. There's a bit too much sea, isn't there? And Glenelg, as I said, Glenelg was amazing. Could we see us moving there? Glenelg was, out of the places that we saw, was probably the place that we could see ourselves moving to the most. But is that enough? I don't know. She is. She's amazing. She's a big wimp at the moment. With her vision, she's struggling. She's got the operation on the 29th of November, and that should give her perfect vision in the other eye, in the good eye. So, yeah. Yeah. But it's not as simple as that. It's not as simple as that, Garth. People have emotions and ties, and I know we'd get on with it. You make friends and whatever, but it's not an easy thing to have. Hi, Sean. I'm from England, just above Southampton, between Winchester and Southampton, in a place called Eastleigh. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. It's not that I said I don't have family issues, but when me and Charlie moved in together, we were literally 15 minutes down the road from her family, and she struggled. She's a lot better now, but she struggled, which is mad. It's absolutely mad. Hi. Oh, no, Ben's been here for ages. Yeah, I think if we were guaranteed, that's the thing. I think if we were guaranteed a lot of money, it'd be a lot easier. But I said it's about the animals. Our kids are our animals. Lena, Astro, and Pixie, they are our children. And the cats you could move over. I think it'd be fine if we moved the cats over. But I think Lena would struggle with the flight. Right, really struggle. What? Sorry, Chris, that's a bit mean to us. I do know what you mean by what you're saying, though, Chris. Yeah, I do know what you mean. They're not really vlogging or anything, are they? But I do know what you mean. I'm sure they're lovely. I do know what you mean. Oh, man, that's mean. But now we've been to Australia, maybe you've changed your opinion. I think by travelling to Australia, it's made it seem even harder, if I'm honest. Mainly because of Lena and yeah, less so the cats, but mainly Lena, because she's obviously our world, isn't she? Sean, I know. Well, I'm from Northeast. I've been Isle of Wight, yeah, Paul, and near Bournemouth, and over London for 10 years now in Northeast. Yeah, good. Yeah, where we live is an amazing place. I love Eastleigh. You get rough people everywhere, but I like it. Stephen says, I got my girlfriend to finally move to the other side of Melbourne, and that was hard enough, let alone the other side of the world. I bet. Who's the eldest? Who's the eldest? So we obviously had Joey. If anyone doesn't already know, that was Joey, our big boy, who passed away at the age of 7. Absolutely traumatizing. Then we had Pixie. We got Pixie like about a few months after we got Joey, maybe about 6 months. Then we got Lena about a year after that, and now we got Astro, who is just over a year old now. And he's a little menace. He's a little arsehole, but a lovable arsehole. Exactly, that's the thing. It's basically planning, like Penn says, it's basically planning on changing your whole life. Everything changes, and that's not easy to do. Barry says, Rob, you have made it here. You are Australia is so far from everywhere. It is. It's difficult, isn't it? It's so far from everything else. It's not. I know before we actually went out, people are like, yeah, it's only a day's flight. You know, you can go back, but it's not. It's really not. It's really not just a 24-hour flight. It's the jet lag. It's the tiredness. It's the money. You know, I don't think I would like 30-degree plus that often. I don't mind the heat, and I'd get used to it, but I don't think I could do it like all the time. Oh, it's interesting. It's an interesting debate, and I think you've got to be very brave to do it. You've got to be very brave to, and it's not just England, Australia. It's from your home country to any other country, or even if from your hometown to another town. You've got to be so brave to do it, and have the confidence, and you are starting a life all over again, you know, and you're starting with nobody. That's the thing. I don't have many people with me at the moment, but it's different. I bet 30 degrees in Sydney and Melbourne is a lot easier than 30 degrees in England, actually, to be fair. Does YouTube have a limit on your live chat? No, I don't think so. Here's another thing, right? What I need to do, if I want more people on my live streams, I basically need to go to an airport and stream while I'm at an airport. When we were away, I think we did like 5 or 6 live streams at the airports, and each time I had 200, 300, whatever plus people. Where is everyone now? Where is everyone now when I'm back at home? Oh, it's I just basically need to go to airports and do that, don't I? I need to do airports and stream from there. Exactly, Pen. It's not easy, is it? It's really not easy. It must be bed soon for people. This one was very... Actually, no, I say this one was last minute. I did give people 15 minutes for this one. Whereas the airport ones, I literally went live. I went bang live, whatever. My office is not as exciting. There's stuff about, but yeah, they're not weirdos in the background. If you haven't already, make sure you, I don't know, turn on the bell icon. I don't know if that makes any difference. I know people always go on about it and people not getting notified, but yeah, it's fine. See you later, Marcus. Thank you so much. I will be going shortly because I am hungry. How long? 2 hours and 42 minutes. Oh my God. What has my life come to? It's just talking in front of a screen for 3 hours nearly. What has my life come to? It's amazing. I know people have come and gone, but it's incredible to have everyone here. I say this all the time, but it really means the world that you guys want to spend time with me. It's brilliant. It's really good. Pen's struggling. Her stomach's got a little bit big. Have you undone your button, or are you back in your PJs now? Yeah, I think that's the thing, Sarah. I think that's so true. If, for example, me and Charlie, I think, or even if we're on our own, like, for example, if I'm talking about just myself, if I was younger, say I was 18 and I had the money, or I knew I was going to get the money, then I think the decisions would be a hell of a lot easier because you don't have the commitments. You know, you don't have the commitments that are tying you down. And so it's a lot easier. But as you get older, life attaches to you, doesn't it? And there is a lot holding you by and here's Alan. Hi, Alan, mate. Pen, it is just like when we love, we go to Portswood, which is like a little sub-district of Southampton, and it's not very far. But we go for something like some pho, the Vietnamese broth, right? And I always have a big bowl and everything. And all the time, we stupidly do this. Every time we full up, right? We're full up and we say, have we got room for waffles? Of course we have room for waffles, right? So we go to the waffle shop, just literally 2-second walk down the road. We have it. We struggle to eat it. And I walk out with my stomach as tight as a balloon. And it is like, why do I do it? Why do I every time? And I'm in agony. Idiots I am. You know, I'm an idiot. But all do it. I'm sure we'll do it. It's not the same though, Sarah. It's not the same as sitting down and having a proper chat with someone, is it? And face to face, over a cup of tea or a beer at the pub or wherever, over a meal or something. It's not quite the same. Hang on. The witching hour, New Falconer Record says, the witching hour is upon us. And I too have a lovely black cat named Nelly, 11 years old. She'll bid you farewell. I'll watch videos of Stone Circle before. Thank you so much. Please do. As I said, you watching the videos is what pays for I am still live. You've come and gone. Come, gone, and come again, rugby. I am still here. I am leaving shortly. See you later, Aaron. People are drifting off. As I said, by you guys watching my videos, that is enough to keep the channel going, to improve it, to allow us to do it. So, yeah. If you see my video, click on it. Even if you don't want to watch it, click on it, go somewhere else, and then just come back when it's finished. And then click the like button. What do you have? I thought a plate of cannoli was great. I love cannolis. Love cannolis. I don't know if I've said this. I love cannolis so much, right? When I lived at my mum's, and I used to go into town for a night out during the week and whatnot, because I had a lot of uni friends. I wasn't at uni, but I had uni friends. And I used to get the bus back. And stop, or taxi back. And the bakery would always have its door open with the old boy cooking and baking for the following day. So me and my mates, if they were staying at my house or my mum's house, we'd go in and we'd say, oh, can we? And he would always give us food. He would give us all this stuff for like £1. And it was like, oh my God. Anyway, for our wedding, we didn't want a wedding cake. I don't really like wedding cakes. So we had, from that bakery, Italian owners who used to bake, we did like mini cannolis, like that size. Charlie likes eclairs, so we had chocolate eclairs. And then we had like little mini meringues as well, and that we had like a triangle cake standy thing and had it. Oh my God, it was so good. I love cannolis. I think are my favorite pastry, definitely. Alan says it also helps channels because it seems YouTube is depressing views for whatever reason. I think across the board, unless you have well over 1 million subs. Alan here with nearly 100. He's coming up to 100,000 subscribers. He has gone like that. He does obviously react to a lot of English stuff. So if you like English comedies, he is the man for you. And he's got the best laugh on YouTube. He's like one level off Brian Blessed, basically. Sorry, Alan, you haven't quite got the voice of Alan of Brian Blessed, but you're close with that laugh. Gary B, hello Gary B. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going off soon. I need some lunch, leftover Chinese. Yeah, we did have Daniel's Donuts a couple of times when we were in Melbourne. It's bad, isn't it? It's a mistake. Sarah, talking about the live streams, this is what's amazing about this. And then when I do the live watch-alongs for sports, whether it's AFL or rugby or football or whatever, it's like you're in the same living room as each other. You are fairly late, Dylan. You are nearly 3 hours late. When I'm doing these watch-alongs and things, it's like you're sitting in the same living room as someone. Now, I'm the one with the vocal voice. but with everyone chatting. You're watching the same sport together. You're all talking about it. It's brilliant. You do forget where people live. You know, it's brilliant. It's I just think YouTube, doing this YouTube, the vlog, God, it has given me so much pleasure. It's given me so much despair as well. Like I said, when certain views don't do as well, it's painful. But the amount of joy that doing YouTube has given me is I could go on about it all the time, and I probably go on it more than you want to hear. But it's just brilliant. It's yeah. I would like to get to 100,000 to get a silver plaque though. So if anyone can, make sure you subscribe and force other people to. Yeah. By the way, did you see the photos of Uluru plonked in Paris and Sydney? I said, I did. Did I not reply to that? I'm sure I replied to that, Chris. Yeah, that was fascinating. So obviously, Chris, you're talking about, I did the video on Uluru. I did the recent Australian tourism advert. And I said, my worry about Uluru, after especially going to, especially after going to the Opera House, which I wasn't as in awe of the Opera House because it didn't look like the postcard. The whole construction of it, incredible, but I wasn't in awe of it. And that's my fear. That was my fear about going to Uluru, that I look at it and I'll be like, is it even that impressive? And then Chris sent me some pictures of Uluru plonked in, say, Paris and whatnot, didn't you? And Sydney, to compare the sort of size. Because when you look at, I'm sure I did, Chris, I'm sure, because I definitely saw it. Because when you look at Uluru, for example, it's because it's in the middle of nowhere and you get the wide angle shot, it's very difficult to appreciate the size of it. Numbers, when people give you like kilometers and miles or whatever, for how big things are, it doesn't give you, it's hard to take in numbers. So having that Uluru plonked right inside a city like Paris against the Eiffel Tower and stuff, it really makes you appreciate, actually, maybe it is worth seeing because it is huge. But I did see it, Chris. That's cool. No, that's the thing, Dylan. Not everyone is into sports. I've got into sports, and I sort of started the channel mainly with sports. But that's why I don't just do sports, because, you know, yeah. Is it on YouTube, Chris? Is it something that's on YouTube that people can watch themselves? I'm trying to see. What did you send it on? Did you send it on Instagram or did you send it on Facebook? I'm wondering if I can show people. I just want to say, Penn says, oh, by the way, watching the footage of you at the footy makes me so happy. Seeing you screaming and jumping up and down is fantastic. You're a true footy fan. It makes me laugh that it was the Sydney versus Collingwood game. It was the Sydney versus Collingwood game. And annoyingly, so I had the camera, I had it on my gyro. So I had it on my gyro like this. And we roughly knew when the siren was going to go, because someone next to us, two seats away from us, had it on their phone, so we could roughly work out what the actual time was. And I was slightly zoomed in, and I forgot to zoom out, so you can see all my fillings, and you can only see like this much of me because I forgot to zoom it out. And I looked back at the footage afterwards, and I thought, "Oh, you idiot!" But I was so happy. See you later, Ryan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, you sent it to my email. Let's have a look. And yeah, I was so ecstatic, and it was incredible. It was incredible, that moment. It was like from joy to despair to euphoria. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can see the images you sent me. It was on my Hotmail. I'm looking now, and then I'll try and show. I'll do a screen share, and I'll show everyone if I can find it. Give me a second, everyone, because these were awesome. Ah, got it. Got it, got it, got it. So trying to think of the best way to show everyone without showing your email. Right, what I do, I quickly, there's two images, one in Sydney and one in Paris that you photoshopped. Let me just quickly put them on, save them. I'm just going to save them. And then I'll get it up and show everyone. Okay. Hang on. Hold tight. Hold tight. I'm going to quickly show everyone on here. Yeah, send me a quick email, Garth, and then I'll do it for you. Hi, Archerus. Archerus? Thank you. It does suit me. I'm red and white. Red and white all over. Screen capture. Let me get it up. It's funny. People say, oh, contact, like, message them, and I would forget. So, yeah. Okay. And then that'll go there. Okay. Right, I've got it ready. Let me do the screen capture. Let me choose that screen. Okay, so this is the screenshot in Paris. Thanks, Cal. It's an interesting debate. It is an interesting debate. So that is the Uluru that is now screenshotted. Plonked in Paris. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? And then let's go in Sydney. That is it in Sydney. I'm trying to work out what view that is, where that is from. There you go. Hopefully that's quite interesting for everyone. How it is. I think actually. So this was actually what made me think. Actually, I've got to see it. Was you sending me these pictures, Chris? Because that puts it into a different perspective. Because when you see Uluru in pictures, there's nothing else around it. So it's hard to appreciate the size and the scale of it and it's sort of how impressive it is. But by you putting this in an actual image around a city, it makes you realise, well, if people think the Eiffel Tower is impressive, then Uluru should really be on another level. It's a big bit of bloody rock sticking out of the ground with nothing else around. It's pretty impressive, right? So that certainly helped put it into a perspective. So there you go. That is... Chris, you're a bloody legend, mate. You're a bloody legend. You bloody Drongo. Oh, that was awful. Why did I do it? Why did I do that? That wasn't very good. And that is the thing. Without the other stuff around it, you don't... Hi, Real Jones. Without the other stuff around it, you don't have the scale of things to appreciate the size of it. Yeah, they're so far away. And there's nothing else around it. And so I don't know if anyone... I'll take this down now. I know, it was awful. Bloody... awful impression. I think... what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying now. Don't know what I was saying. I've completely forgot. You bloody Drongo. No, Drong. That's ruining it, isn't it? I can't even say it now. I'm trying to do it in my head and I can't even... In my head, it's working. And then when it comes out, it's just not working. I've got no housework. No, I've got no housework to do, really. Yeah, I've got no housework, so I'm glad you're back, Tuxford. Glad you're talking this time as well. uh, future tip, don't try donning Aussie. What does that even mean? I don't really understand. Don't really understand that. I'm sorry. I thought... I think, when I was down under, I think my Aussie was quite good. What a ripper. It's sort of got to be more English, doesn't it? It's got to be more English. I did annoy Charlie by doing the accent, but I did start getting it okay, and I've lost it. I've lost it. You know when you learn a language at school? When you learn a language at school and you start getting okay at it, and then all of a sudden you leave school and you stop doing it, and then you forget, and you just can't do it again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should hold my head in shame. I really apologise for my atrocities. I am. Dr. Cap, you're back. I was literally going to go about 15 minutes ago and I'm still here. People haven't left. People have said they're leaving and then the numbers are staying the same. People are still coming. If you all leave, I'll leave, okay? But I am really hungry, so I was going to get food. That would be good. That would be good. Imagine. I don't think I would get enough subscribers to go all the way around, though. Imagine that. All my subscribers holding hands around all the way around Uluru. That would be funny, wouldn't it? I don't think I'd be able to do it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Life is weird, isn't it? If I'm staying here, yeah. If I'm staying here, you've got to be asking me some questions and keeping the conversation going, because there's only so much talking I can do from now on. I do manage it quite well. Yeah, that's the real thing. You guys need to start speaking proper English again. You know, I'm trying to teach you lot how to speak proper English, and you've got to make more of an effort. You've got to make more of an effort. If I'm what do you mean go have lunch? Oh, right, okay. There you go. That's fine. Alan, am I watching any of the World Cup? I may do a live stream tomorrow for the England game. Luckily, I said the England game is at 1 o'clock my time, which is literally in between my two jobs. So I walk dogs in the morning and I need to leave about 3 o'clock to go coach. So I may watch... Yeah, I will watch the England game, but I may live stream it. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Alan, I could get you in one of my streams if you want to do a stream with me. See you later, Garth. Thank you so much for coming. My Streamlabs allows me to do a guest on it now as well, which is quite cool. Yeah, I probably should go soon. Have we even got more people? 39 people. What's going on? I would say maybe I keep going until we get to 100 likes, but we're well off that. I think, Cal, with my last two videos, my last two football videos is basically about the controversy over homosexuality, and then my other one, which was why Qatar got the World Cup. I think my opinions are pretty clear, but the problem is I know I'm a hypocrite. See you later, Barry. I know I'm a hypocrite because I'll still watch it. I would still watch it, so it's yeah, it's a bad one. Alan, I'll message you. I'll message you shortly, mate, if I remember. If you want to watch one live with me on Monday, I think I hopefully will have enough. I should be back in time, and I won't be able to linger after the game. But it's a tricky one because, as I said, I will still watch it. I completely disagree with it being there. But Yeah. See you later, Tracy. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for subbing to the vlog channel as well, mate. Really kind of you. Yeah, I'll be a hypocrite. I will still watch it, but I do appreciate that their laws are so backwards, and it's basically because of the religion in that country. Let's be honest. So, US versus Wales. What time is the US versus Wales game? Because I'm working till like 7 o'clock. I won't be home till about 7 o'clock. Soccer is not dying. Sadly, soccer is not dying. Football is not dying. Sadly, with everything, yeah, I think it's a 7 o'clock game, isn't it? Is it on Monday? Yeah, it's a 7 o'clock. I don't know if I'll be back in time. I literally will be back at 7 o'clock. I don't think I'll be back in time, mate. I can, if you're streaming, if you're doing a live stream, I can always come and join yours if you like. That's always something I could do. We can do the odd one where I come to you and you come to me. What's I saying? Yeah, no matter how wrong and bad football can be, it's really not dying. It doesn't stop. Really doesn't stop. It's a machine of its own. I think the difference is this is what I think is this is why I think football is as popular as it is, because you don't need anything except a ball and you to play football. With other sports, you need equipment or you need posts or you need something to play that sport. You can play football on your own again with a wall, and I don't think you can do that with other sports. Yeah, I don't think it's the same with other sports. I don't know if people agree, but yeah. Yeah, I think there's no reason why Australia shouldn't get the World Cup. However, it'll be one of those ones where the time zones are messed up for pretty much every country except Australia. That's the only reason why it may not go to Australia, just because of the time zone stuff. Whoa, Paul, what are you talking about? I hope that wasn't aimed at me, mate. I hope Paul wasn't talking about me. That's rude. Cricket, I don't know. No, because cricket, that's like tennis though. But you need a tennis racket, a ball, and a wall. I hope that makes sense. But I think football is so easy to just have a ball and have a kick about. I think Australia does have the money, don't they? Always talks about. There's all these videos about how rich Australia is with all the mining and stuff. Look, I know Alan's on it, and I know Alan's a Yank, but come on, don't. Yeah, don't say I sounded more like a Yank. That's mean, isn't it? No offense, Alan. Oh, I really should go. People are still here. It's ridiculous. Everyone just go to bed. Go to bed, please. It's past your bedtimes. Right, no, I am going now. Thank you so much. It's, coming up 1:30 nearly. Yeah, we like you, mainly for your laugh, Alan. You're a funny guy. Or a funny cat, as you lot all say. There you go. Everyone's going to bed. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been over 3 hours. I wasn't expecting this. It was a last minute one. For everyone that joined me, thank you so much. For everyone that's already gone, thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button. What are we on? 66. If you haven't already hit the like button, do that now. Voya's still here. Voya, you've just been lurking, you creep. You're awesome. You're awesome. Like, subscribe. if you get a chance before you go to sleep, go watch yesterday's vlog video. That will cheer me up. Have an awesome one. Have an amazing week. I will try and get around for the World Cup games. Hopefully you guys will join me if it's suitable times for you. Yeah, you should have, Dylan. Have an amazing one. Like, subscribe, go to the